And we are live. You're watching this live on YouTube. You're watching a replay of this. You already know the deal. If you've been here before, I'm going to be helping out a handful of video agency owners grow their business, all the way from getting their first client through getting multiple clients using paid ads to service delivery. So, how do they onboard their clients? How do they get their clients amazing results? All those kinds of cool things. If you have value from this video, of course, like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. And if you want to be a part of one of these coaching calls, well, then if you scroll down to the description within this video, there's a link. You can click that link to book a call with myself, see if it's a good fit or not. Okay, without further ado, excuse me. Hope you enjoy. All right, let's have a look at your numbers. Let's have a look at your numbers.
All
All right, try again. Okay, just make it full screen.
right.
All right, cool. So when did we start up ads again?
We started in May 10th to June 14th.
May 10th. So what about this stuff here? Like D, E, just ignore that stuff then?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, that's fine. Let me do this because I'm going to take a little bit more time with you to review your numbers. Let me talk to Jorge really quick because I think he might be more on the quick side.
Okay.
Jorge, what's good, bro?
Yo, hold on, let me grab my earrings.
You're good.
Hello?
Yo, yo, yo.
All right, cool. Yeah, I'm here at the school, so I'm not expecting anybody right now, but I can chat a little bit.
Yeah, yeah. What were the things that were top of mind for you, bro?
Um,
The things that are top of mind for me is just getting access to the stuff that you have so I can have a look, so I can
yeah,
really like have an understanding of like what people are to consume. And then I'll probably have a look at your ads, but I can obviously do that myself. But yeah,
yeah. Right now, bro, the things that I have, it's just really like the two mechanism videos. One, the cash flow kickstart video, that's like 40 minutes, and then I have some of like the sales stuff as far as like what the 6 week challenge offer is, and then like how to me going through the script as far as like how to do the sales in the script. So that's all I have. And
okay,
so on the Loom video, the custom one, I tell them to go watch the, and I don't know if this makes sense, but I tell them to watch the first 3 videos, which is the two mechanism videos. One's the longer one that I made, the recent one where I look crispy. The
hmm
other one is the 30K in 90 days one. And then the other one is like the cash flow kickstart video, which is a little bit longer.
So do you have the stuff like in a portal? Like how are you
Yeah.
getting?
So inside the membership course.
Okay,
So inside the
have you
membership, I
get
have that.
any access to that stuff yet or no?
No,
Okay,
yeah,
so
I
I'm gonna,
have. I have. Yeah.
did you?
To you?
Yeah, to me.
Oh, I don't know if I have to you.
So I'm gonna just post in here as a reminder so I can check that stuff out. Um, and then is this like hosted in school or where is this hosted?
It's inside Go High Level.
Okay, so you created a Go High level, so you don't have a school yet.
No.
Okay, that's fine. Um, I think what we might do, I mean, since we have to create a group anyways, I feel like with your niche and with who you are, I feel like you're gonna be able to get school popping. Um, so part of me thinks like maybe hosting the material inside of school and um just doing that. But anyways, so I'll have a look at that. That's so you basically have so I know the mechanism video because obviously I watched that the 30K 90 days. What is that one?
That's also just pretty much the mechanism video, but it's just um it's really the same thing. But I feel like in that one, like the reason why I tell them to do that one is because there's like FAQs in that area, and like I go over like the FAQ section as well.
Is that the original one? That was the original method
Yeah,
you created that
yeah.
video? Okay, so I wouldn't do that then. And then what's the other thing you get the people to watch?
And the other one is just the full breakdown of the cash flow Kickstarter, like how to do it.
And is that like a video or is that like a text document?
It's a video.
Gotcha. And then so do you have any other material inside of your program or is that pretty much it right now?
No, I also have like the overview of the like going breaking down like the 6 week challenge, like what it is, why we sell it, how to use it. And
So
then I have
do you tell them to consume that or no?
no.
Okay, so all right, cool. So I would for sure at this point, what I would do is what I would be doing is I would, after somebody purchases, I feel like a good piece of content for them to watch is going to be your mechanism video, but significantly shorter. So I'm going to be writing here. Um, so so after purchase mechanism video, but shorter, ideally 15 minutes long.
So I remake that one into the shorter one or do the 30K or just show them the 30K one.
I right
The
now, I
30K
mean,
is like I think 10, 15 minutes long.
yeah. I mean, if you could take the 30, like what Ronnie did is he basically took that version, he just like edited the fuck out of it to make it really good. Um, I feel like if you can make your mechanism like a little bit shorter, possibly if it's possible.
Yeah.
I know you made a first version. It sounds like you made a second version
Um,
after we talked, or no?
no, not yet, no.
Okay. So after, so they need to study content on email campaign, content on six-figure challenge, um, watching you coach people live. This is it. Like I think this is it. Um, so basically what we need to do is we need to do two things. We need to sell them on your shit working. Okay. So
Hmm.
your shit working. So after they purchase, we just want to make sure, yo, bro, are you even interested in like the 6 weeks? We're just trying to do some like free passes and all that shit. So ideally they're like, yo, this shit's crazy. I love this. I'm interested. I want more. Then once they watch your content, what's gonna happen is they're gonna be sold on the email shit and they're gonna be sold on the 6 week challenge shit. So that by the time you hop on a sales call, they're not even gonna be wondering like, yo, is this gonna work? Um, Literally, if I look at the few, this is really cool. So this is a guy I have a sales call with coming up. And just to kind of give you an idea of like his energy, bro. He basically yesterday or the other day, he was like, yo, I'm having some technical issues. I replied to him, I was like, oh, if you're having technical issues, here's what the thing is. And then I was like, hey, I didn't even prompt him to be like, yo, bro, how do you feel? He's like, yeah, once I got to my desktop, I appreciate it. I was able to fix it. And then he goes into this. Boy, oh boy, you a nasty dude when it comes to this, man. Fire emoji, fire. Look at that, bro. Look at that. Like, I already know, like, it's a done deal. Like, that's what I needed from him. And so then it's like, dog, oh my God, this is so dope. It's crazy. Way different. I'm like, damn, my mind is blown. Like, look at that, like, response. That's all I needed. So in his mind, it's just like that is analogous to like just blowing a girl off her feet where she's just like, yo, I don't want to be with anyone else but other than you. You know what I mean? At that point,
Yeah.
like you don't have to even do much. It's just like, hey girl, I'm about to go get ice cream. You want to come? Like no elaborate date, no nothing. She's sold. Um, and so that's what I'm getting at is your goal is to get them to like buy into your shit where it's like, yeah, I already know this shit's gonna work. And then what I'd love is for you to be coaching people, bro. Like showing people like I don't know if you can do this, so I'm gonna maybe put this on your Excel, is if you can host like a coaching call. I mean, I don't know how many you got like basically Rami. Do you have anybody else that you regularly hop on Zooms with or no?
No. I could
Okay.
do, I guess, I don't know about this one because that German guy, the guy who was supposed to be like, he accepted the other offer where he, oh, I do it. Ah, fuck it, let's see what he says for just the 20% cash collected.
Yeah.
He accepted the offer. So
Oh,
he
did
says,
he?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So what we can do is let's say for example, Ronnie, we can have a look at your Excel in the meantime.
Okay. All right.
Share your screen again. Yeah. If he pops back in, I'm gonna hop back with him again.
All right.
And full screen it again, Ronnie.
Is my screen being shared?
Yeah, I can see your screen.
All right.
Okay, so you basically spent 1,100.
Correct.
Uh, I don't think you collected 3,500 on you.
I did.
So you collected, so from May 10th to June 14th, you collected a total of 3,500 from people, or you contracted?
Oh no, I collected.
Okay, so you basically made a 3x then. So then you're not in the red, because I think you said something about being in the red.
Oh no, I was trying to say that I'm finally getting out of the red.
Okay, okay, cool. All right, this is good. Like that was my main thing is I just want to make sure you're still not in the red. So,
Yeah,
all
I'm
right.
not.
Um, Jorge, you there, bro?
Sorry, just give me like a few minutes. I'm helping out somebody right now.
Okay, I'm gonna work with Ronnie and then we'll work.
Okay,
Uh,
cool.
okay. So your cost per link click. Why is this not updated?
Oh, I think I need to paste that over.
So you got 100 people that booked a call.
So that number is I didn't know how to put that number in because there was a certain percentage of time where I was running the instant format ad as well with the landing page.
I would say a book call is gonna be um yeah, I have to revisit that because I remember I was doing this still with that. Cost for discovery call. So live discovery call. So live is more important, I would say. So
Yeah,
the live one this is like actual number of people you've spoken to.
right.
Is this right? Do you think this is about right or no?
It's around the right number. It's between 27 to 30.
Okay, so you basically talked to about 30 people.
Yeah.
Uh, um, direct
That's
so
like the one that where they called my personal number.
Right, right. 24 is out of those 30 people, approximately 24 said yes to a sales call.
Right.
And then sales call, live sales call. So what number? Okay,
I
this
had
is
19. So I had 5 people that didn't show up.
so 19. And then out of those nine, you close nine. So is that right or no?
Say that again?
Nine, is that number right?
Yeah, I closed 9 people, yeah.
Okay, so your close rate is 47%.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
So do you know what the average close rate is?
I heard industry standards between 20 to 30%.
Yeah, so you're higher than that. And so that's why Mason was telling you, hey, you can increase your prices.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, this goes to prove you could increase your prices, okay? So this is all good. Um, your cost per acquisition, so that's like super cheap, Ronnie.
Really?
That I mean, think about the numbers, right? So that means that if you close somebody for 122 bucks, right?
Yeah.
That's what you're spending. You're basically spending every 122 bucks, you're basically closing a deal.
Yeah.
Like most people, so the real game, right? When you're charging like 2,000 a month, $1,500 a month, your cost per acquisition is at least 1,500. So
Okay.
however much you spend on ads, typically you're going to get one deal with a business owner that's going to be able to afford like $1,500 per month.
Okay.
So, but that's not the point. Like I'm just sharing that with you as a fact. It's like right now you're talking to a lot of unqualified people. Like you're talking to a lot of people that are like broke. You're talking to a lot of people that like aren't
Tons of them are
full-time.
broke. Yeah.
So you're talking about like a bunch of like nine to five, like these are not real. Like if you run a real agency where you're talking to actual business owners, it's very rare that you're gonna find somebody that has like money and is legit and has like like I don't know that I've seen a legit one from you. I would say try take Choji and multiply that by 2 to 3, and that's gonna be a legit business owner.
Okay. Got you. So
In terms,
like 5 to 6 people that are like Choji.
so no. What I'm saying is take Choji and then multiply him by like 2 to 3 in terms of his skill level.
Oh, okay. Okay.
That is the level of person who's going to work with you and they're going to pay $1,500 per month and stay for at least 3 months.
Yeah. Yeah. Makes sense because they have like higher skills and they have like, they're like just kind of up here because they're doing it full time.
Exactly. Versus a lot of the people that you're working with, they're like, they're not quite there. And that's why you can get away with charging,
The
what is it?
150.
150.
Yeah.
So I'm just sharing that with you as like for you to just know as facts. Like, what does it really cost? So when you spent this money, the
Yeah.
reality is most agency owners, right? Like myself, Jorge, we're spending this to close one deal.
Yeah.
And so if you're spending $1,100 to $1,500 to close a deal, that means that's why we have to get them to pay us at least 1,500
Yeah.
that first month, or else we lose our ass. Now, the reason I'm saying this is so cheap is not only is it cheap relative to that, but for you, the reason I'm saying it's cheap is because if you're closing these people for 150, then as long as right away, you're basically making your money back. So you're
Yeah.
not losing money. So
Yeah.
with your numbers, if all you did is got every single person to get to at least month two or
Yeah.
get to the second payment, I'm sorry, get to their second payment, if you're already at 3,500, you're gonna be like that would be like significantly higher, I think, this number.
Yeah. I actually
Um,
got a lot of them. Most of them, every single person that I've gotten has stayed over 2 weeks.
so maybe that's why this number is what this
Yeah,
number
it
is.
is. Is that that's it? That's why it is. Yeah.
So here's something I'm gonna tell you to do. Um, so I'm gonna write it down. Um, so create a tab in your Excel and put how much you collected from each person.
Oh, I did. It's at the bottom of the page.
Okay, so what this right here, you need to have a separate tab for it.
Okay.
Gonna be something like this. It's gonna be name, um, payment, amount, uh, so total.
Col- Is that
Uh,
like total collected from them?
When you look at things
yeah.
like
So name, total. So name, total, payment, one,
Okay.
two, payment, three. And then what's going to happen is once we have, so let's say John, let's say
Okay.
for 50 or whatever, 100, 50. And then let's say we have this other person, which is like Blake, and then you get 150 from him, and that's
Okay.
it. And then Ryan, and then let's say you get 150 and you get three payments from him. Now you can go into and then why this the reason this is important is um I'm trying to figure out where to put this here. I feel like I need to think I can show you if you remind me.
Yeah, I can.
Like I would show you mine right now, but it's private. So
Hmm.
that's why I can't share it with you. But like I have it set up where I have every single person's payment. And then the thing is that we're looking for is average.
Okay.
So basically this would be equal sum parentheses, right? And so the reason this is important is let's say equals,
We can find the average between like the total amount of people that join.
yeah, divided by three. So again, I'm just like doing this really fast, but let's just say the number was $100, which I
Yeah.
don't think it is, but let's just say it's $100. That means that how much can you afford to spend on ads to acquire one customer?
Wait, what do you mean?
So right now, so if we look at your numbers, it's like you're spending 1,000, but you collected 3,500. Now, the thing that we have to consider though, this is your cash collected. So is this from new clients or new and old clients?
This is from new clients.
So you,
But
so
Choji, I added Choji in there as well because he just started paying payments two weeks ago. So
so this column is specifically only for like the first month pay. So for example, if Choji paid you twice, you would only consider Choji's first payment here. There's a
oh,
there's a difference
I
between, yeah, so this number is your total cash collected from old clients and clients. So this is your total collected from like all the new people you closed plus older clients that you may that have made maybe two or three payments.
oh,
That's a
this would be
different
higher. It
number.
would be high. It would be a higher number then.
Okay. So what we need to do is, remind to fix Excel to show cash correctly. So
I
the
thought it was
reason,
just for like the I thought it was just for the time the dates that I selected from
so I know.
May to June.
So these are all different. So this is total cash collected. So remember, this is if your business is healthy, it'll be 2x or higher.
Okay.
So basically, there's one number that's a 3x and there's one number that's a 2x. I think I may have wrote it. Oh, this one right here. So revenue is supposed to be a 3x. So that means if you spend 1,100, your revenue return on ad spend should be 3,300. That means that that's contracted. That means that's not how much you collected total. That's just like what they agreed to.
Hmm.
Now, in terms of your cash collected, if you're spending 1,100, you need to bare minimum collect 2,200, or else
Yeah.
you're not going to be able to afford your operations cost
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
software and all that other stuff. So right now, I mean, you're obviously healthier than that already. So you spent 1,000, you turn that into 35, $4,000. That's good. Um, so yeah, I mean, I'm not looking at, so again, I'll have a closer look, but so far I don't see anything that's jumping out at me that's like terrible. That's not terrible. It's like, I mean, it's good. Like what I'm looking at is good. If you can, here's the crazy thing, Ronnie, is like I don't see an issue with you in terms of your discovery calls, your sales calls. Like you don't seem to be burned out. Like you're not
No, I'm
burned out.
good.
Yeah, so you could keep taking calls. But what you need to do is one, you need to start, you have so many people that you closed. You need to start conducting, because I see you like you'll tell me like, oh, I did a coaching call with this person. That you need to start doing group coaching calls, just like I'm doing here.
Yeah.
You're gonna burn out. And then two, you just have to get much better at your service delivery so
Yeah.
that these people don't just pay 150 a week and then they churn. You need to get these people to start, paying you the average person two, $3,000 at least.
$2,000, 3,000 over like upfront,
Yeah.
you mean?
Um, I mean, ideally, but like what I'm
Yeah.
saying is
Yeah.
that like you close somebody and they don't leave within like a few days. Like you're able to keep them and get them to pay you like, I don't know, $3,000 over the course of like 2 months, for example.
Yeah.
If you can keep your cost per acquisition low and keep doing the calls at the volume that you're doing, keep your closure at what it is, and start doing group coaching calls, this will be at $10,000 pretty fast.
Yeah, I was kind of seeing that at the when I was at the peak, and then everything kind of just went downhill. Like I wasn't really getting any leads. Like it's been like a week now. It's probably been like seven, I'd say between 7 to 15 days where I'm just not getting any good leads, and I've been just duplicating the ad set, trying different locations and all kinds of different things. So I'm kind of noticing a pattern here. Like when I do turn on the ads, I get a lot of love, and then after the first month, they kind of like just really slows down.
So if you want to do it, I mean, so do you want to stay in this niche or what do you want to do? Like, what are you going?
I want to test what I want to test. There's a couple of things that I want to do still. Just because I feel like I haven't mastered this niche yet. Like
Yeah.
I'm having a lot of fun with it, but I really need to do something about getting more volume for calls because I feel like I'm closing at a pretty high rate. So I do want to stick on it for a little bit longer. But
So what I would say is so here's the thing, is if you want to stay in this niche,
yeah,
what you have to start doing is the kinds of stuff that like I'm telling Jorge and all these other guys, you have one campaign, you have three ad sets, and you throw like 20 ads in each of them.
yeah,
Like the new strategy. So that means you have to maybe create some talking ad videos, you have to create different kinds of ads because what you're doing right now is going to keep doing that. Like you've been through the honeymoon phase and it's not going to change. It's only going to
yeah,
get your cost per acquisition right now is 120. It's going to jump up to like 200, 250, $300. That's going to happen
yeah.
within probably like a month. So if you want to stay in this niche, you have to commit some time to doing that.
So like spend some time creating like those 20 different ads.
Yeah. Like that's the reality if you want to stay in this niche.
Okay, got you, got you. Um, yeah. I've noticed that the guys that I do keep on, they usually stay longer if I get them into the weddings too.
Yeah. Good. Work on creating ads. Um, uh, post coaching calls. Um, what was the other thing I said? Get refine your service delivery. On boarding to um launching to coaching calls. Like this needs to be like if I were going to tell you in terms of like order of operations,
Yeah.
it's probably like these three in order.
Okay.
Like you need to get on your ads as soon as possible. And then once your ads are good, then I mean, actually you can start hosting your coaching calls like now. Um,
I only have 3 people active right now though.
so you only have, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine. Look at how many people are here right now. It's only three people.
Yeah.
So host coaching call. So basically, I would say start transitioning people into like saying, hey, once a week on this particular day, we're going to start. And you don't have to, all you have to do is literally just say that and you commit to it. Again, I'm telling you that I suggest you do something like Tuesday at 6 p.m.
Okay, cool, cool.
Host coaching calls Tuesday, 6 p.m. So I would do that as soon as possible. That's literally going to take you nothing to do other than, um, honestly, creating ads is going to take you a little bit of time. I think you have a little bit of breathing room. So I know I just said like that was the perfect order, but like this probably makes more sense in terms of time because um, all you have to do is just like message your guys and say, hey, I'm doing coach calls at this time. This is like stuff that you already showed me that you're starting to work on. And so we can work on this. So show me all your onboarding content. So basically what we'll do this week is we'll work on your onboarding. So remember how you showed me that document? I was like, hey, here's some issues with it.
Oh, are you talking about the when I get people onboarded?
Like, the fancy thing you made
Oh,
and
the
you should,
website?
yeah, the website,
Yeah.
whatever. So like we'll work on that. So step one, just tell your guys, hey, I'm meeting at Tuesdays at this time if you want my help, boom.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna refine that. That should take you like maybe 2 or 3 days max. And then you can start working on your ads. And then you should be good to go.
Okay,
Okay.
gotcha, gotcha. And then I had a question. So I initially, what happened was for the first week when I turned my ads back on, I was doing instant format ads, and that's where majority of the leads came from. But I just I felt like I needed to turn back my booking calendar page on to basically get my flow back on, and I ended up closing deals like crazy, like during that 1 to 2 weeks period, and then things started slowing down. But do you think in the meantime, like obviously knock those two things out, but do you think I should, to get the volume back, do you think I should switch over to doing the instant formats plus the landing page like I was doing originally?
So I keep telling you, you're trying to balance too many things.
Yeah.
Do this.
Okay.
Right now that you don't have volume, it is a blessing for you to get this shit done.
Okay. Got you.
Let's do this and then work on your ads. All right. So work on your ads. So increase volume. So increase call booking volume. And so that means work on your ads and like, what did you just say? Turn on instant form.
Yeah, and then I was like, out of curiosity, do you think I should do the create have like two different ad sets, one with instant form plus calendar page, and then just one with instant form, so that way wait, no. Have one that's only instant form, so I have a huge amount of volume, and then have one where I'm actually having like higher intent leads come in with where they're just booking a call. Do you think I should like split the ad spend for that?
No, I think you just pick whichever is working the best. So if you look here, I think what you need to do is you just need to figure out like where are these 9 people coming from.
Oh, it's all from the calendar page.
Okay, so then what we do is we just do more of that. Because
Okay.
if you talk to a bunch of people from instant for so are you saying that you didn't close any
I
clients?
haven't gave instant form a solid shot is basically what I'm saying.
You what do you mean? Like they come in and it's too much volume and you can't work the leads. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, and I just wasn't, I kind of gave up. I mean, that's on me. I gave up too soon on the instant format ads, and I didn't want to like lose my momentum. So I turned on the calendar page and I started closing all those deals. But I really never gave myself a solid chance to like actually, trying to
So
work the leads from the instant form.
so that's so then in that case, I would say it's not you don't need to turn on the Insta form. Like what
Okay.
you just need is you just need those ads and use that setup.
Okay.
So again, work on creating ads plus new Andromeda setup. So basically the stuff I talk about, which is like one campaign, 3 ad sets, 20 ads in each ad set. One
Okay.
ad set is open, one ad set is interest, one ad set is lookalike audience. That's it. That's all it is. Throw a shit ton of ads in there and you don't have to touch your ads for months.
Okay. Got you. Got you. I'll try it out.
So so this is what you need to be doing. So right now it's a blessing that things are slower because now you can focus on this thing.
Okay.
Once this is good, now when you do close people, you should be able to close people keep them longer.
Yeah. That's
So
like the,
for
so
portraits
yeah.
and weddings. So you should have two different like onboarding processes and everything. One for
Yeah.
portraits, one for the wedding photographers.
Got you. Got you. Cool.
Make sense?
Yeah.
Questions?
Um, nah, I think it's pretty solid.
Okay. So do you have any other questions in general?
Um, no, I think that's all of it. Now I have kind of a good idea of like what to focus on. Now I know I have to focus on the first two things first, which is basically, transitioning into having my guys, get on a coaching call.
Hmm.
And then number two, put my time and emphasis onto the onboarding, like essentially like the website that I was sharing with you. So now I have to work on having one for weddings and then one for portraits and kind of take advantage of the time that I do have on knocking these two things out. And then put my emphasis once I do have those two things knocked out, I can focus on increasing my volume with new creatives in the Andromeda update.
Yep, you got it. Bingo.
All right.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, but your numbers are good. Everything looks really good.
Yeah.
So, and then make sure, again, what I would recommend doing is moving forward
Yeah.
Don't let this happen again where you're updating everything like all in one go. Like you need to be doing this weekly. You need to
Okay.
do it weekly or monthly at least. For me, again, I have one column every single month and I just update it like once a week or so.
Yeah.
But this is like too much data. May, June, like we don't know what May looks like versus June looks like. You need to have like one per month.
Okay.
So I'm gonna say this is June actually. So
Wait, June 15th?
no. So what I want you to do is I want you to break it up I want you to have one for May, one for June. So take this data here, and then I want you to clean it up and put it one for May and one for June. Then we can have a look for at May versus June. So
All
right
right.
now you jumbled everything together. So from May 1st to May 30th or whatever, what's the numbers here? And then June 1st to June 30th. And this is for you to just keep things clean. Your issue is you stay sloppy, Ronnie. I've seen your stuff. You stay sloppy, so you got to clean things up. Okay.
So am I what I'm understanding is basically take this data and then just split it up like however it went for May and then
Yep.
June. But like I'm just curious, like out of curiosity, like I thought I was supposed to do things week to week.
You can do week to week, but so I tell people initially do it week to week because if you so imagine all right, so imagine if you did your data once a year. Like imagine your data for 2024 versus 2005, 2026. Are there not good months and bad months?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you just like look at all of 2025, you don't really know. Like if the numbers look really good, you're not taking into account like, oh, I actually had a crappy quarter four. So if you break things up, do the opposite where you go week to week, that really allows you to like see what the heck is going on.
Yeah.
And I feel like this is good for people when they first start. But after you started, I think month to month is good enough.
Yeah. Okay.
Month,
Okay. Got you. Got you.
but right now you have shit jumbled up in May and June. So it's like we don't know if May was a good month, June was a good month. We don't really know. Like we just see the average numbers. So that's what I'm saying is you want to break it up at least months. I think month would be good for you at this point. With your experience, the number of calls you've had, the number of clients you've closed, I think month to month is fine.
Okay. Cool.
Okay. So
Yeah.
in terms of homework, create so remind me. So and then also what I want you to do, Ronnie, is I know I tell you a lot of stuff. You start using this tab here,
What are you talking about?
this tab, work on. Because I give you a lot of tasks, I give you a lot of things to do, and there's no way I'm gonna remember. So just like whenever I suggest some things, just type it
Oh,
out.
just put it on here. Okay, I got you.
And then just you can use it and like put it in order. See how like I reordered it for you? This way you know what to work on.
Like number orders. So number one is coaching, hosting coaching calls. Number two is refine the delivery service, and then number three is
Yeah.
increase the with the creative. Okay, got you.
This way you stay focused and organized. Okay.
And then one question and like do you think I should like for the number one part where I'm like doing the coaching calls, do you think I should send a message to my guys right now,
Yeah,
letting them
like literally
know?
right. Yeah, like literally right now, just be like, lit. If I were you, I would text and then I would drop a voice note. I would do both. Be like, hey Choji, dropping you a quick voice note below this, but moving forward, I'm hosting coaching calls on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Um, we're gonna be doing cool mastermind stuff, and so yeah, I mean it's you can't. It's hard to you can't. So here's the thing. You can go from mean to lenient, but you can never go from lenient to mean. In other words, you are lenient, and now if you try to be mean and strict, they're not going to listen to you as well.
Yeah.
Where so if you said some shit like, hey Troji, I'm hosting Coach Show on Tuesdays, you have to be there, blah blah. If you're not there, I'm gonna kick you out of the program, blah blah. It's not gonna work out very well.
Yeah, I
But
agree.
if you started off and said that right from the get-go, hey, I have these coaching calls and you have to show up, and if you don't, blah blah happens, and then you can be a little bit more lenient and patient with people, that works out. That's okay. But you
Yeah.
can't do the opposite. So right now, you just kind of have to eat it, and whoever shows up, shows up. Whoever doesn't show up, doesn't show up. But you have to commit yourself and say, hey, look, I'm not going to go out of my way and have all these random calls like you've been doing.
Yeah.
Right? You've been talking to person this, person that time zone. Like you have to do it, or else you're not going to be able to scale your business because you have to focus on this and then you have to focus on this. You're just not gonna have the time.
Yeah. Okay, got you.
Okay.
Cool.
Questions?
Nah. Um I think I remember from the last call, this is kind of unrelated, but I think Daniel said he was running the wedding ads as well, but he was kind of noticing the same type of audience of people where it's like portrait photographers still opting in for the wedding ad.
I think what he was saying is that just the quality of the person was not that good, but I have to talk to him, um, because he was running the instant format. So I think so. Basically, he thought so. Esto was the one that came with the instant form plus the calls, and then you did it, and then I think
Yeah.
Riviera thought that that's what you were doing, so that's what he was doing it.
Uh,
But what I'm hearing from you is that most of the deals that you're closing is not from the. I mean, are you running instant form plus website, or are you just doing
I
just
stopped
website?
that. I stopped that the first week I turned it on. I went back to the landing page.
So you this whole time you've just been doing the landing page then.
Yeah.
I see. So yeah, I think I was also under the impression that you were doing both. I didn't know that you were just
I
doing the web.
was at the beginning. I should have
Yeah, you
said
should.
something, but
It's
yeah.
okay. It's fine. And so Riviera, I think, got overwhelmed because he's getting so many leads for so cheap. And he's like, what the heck? The traffic, the quality is so bad. And so now I need to tell Riviera to just go back to like a calendar page.
Yeah.
So let me tell uh Ron, let me tell I gotta tell him actually.
Do you know, is he using the same creative, a similar creative where it's just like an image, like a black and white image, and then there's like text on the front? Do you know if he's using that?
I think he was using the similar ad, like he's basically using the same thing as you, but he just like rebranded it for weddings.
Yeah, I think that it could be. I think it could be because it's a similar create. That's my theory is that like because I've been doing this like for a couple months. I think it might be just the creative that's kind of bringing us like the certain type of quality. I think that if it was like a video ad where they get to see you face to face and hear you out,
Yeah. Yeah.
it'll probably become more memorable, and then it probably will bring more like high quality like photographers because you know if they see an ad where it's just like an image and saying like, hey, we'll do X, Y, and Z, the experienced guys, they might feel kind of sussed out. Whereas if you're like, speaking face to face
Right.
and they can kind of resonate with what you're saying, it might bring out like the higher intent quality leads where it'd probably be even easier to sell them because there's like more marketing involved. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's
No,
just kind of
you're
my
right.
theory.
No, you're right. But with the Andromeda update, like you're right, but with the Andromeda update, you want to just throw in a bunch of stuff. So you want to create the talking head, more cinematic types of videos, more polished ones, but then you also want to throw in these very basic ones. And what Facebook is going to do is Facebook is going to find out who needs to see what and show it to them.
Okay. And
So that's
then
the whole point of Andromeda.
and
So
then
you
is yeah, go ahead.
so you just throw in a bunch of variations, and then Andromeda figures it out.
Okay, and then last thing, so with the Andromeda update, does it I remember I was doing two different type of ads or whatever, and I'm still like learning like how it all works, but I remember some of them will spend like per ad set, and then there's some that will like kind of like spread your ad set budget within like the best creatives. So with the 20 to 30 creatives that I do put in there, is it basically gonna like spread out like the ad set the ad budget within like which ones like performing
So
the
the way,
best?
so yeah, the way you do it is it's at the campaign level, it's an ABO.
Yeah,
And then at the ad set level, you're going to pick your budget, whether you want to spend $30 a day, $20 a day, whatever per each ad set.
yeah,
And then you're going to put in cost per result. So you're going to tell Facebook, hey, I want to spend a maximum of $30 for a book call or $50 or whatever.
yeah.
And then
Oh, we basically tell it like what we want to spend per each lead is what you're saying? Okay.
exactly. So at the ad set level, you tell it, at the ad set level, you tell how much you want to spend, and then you tell how much you want to spend to get your result. And
Okay.
then Facebook will then figure out how much, Facebook will then at that point figure out how much it wants to spend on each ad. Some ads will get a crazy amount of spend, some ads will barely get any, but you don't mess with it. You don't kill, like the way you're doing right now is you kill creatives, you kill ads, you kill ad
Yeah.
sets. There's none of that. You just set it and forget it.
So wait, last thing, like what happens, like what if I do put the 20 creatives and then like let's just say it's spending like I don't know how I want to do it yet, but I'm probably
I
gonna add like the current creatives that I have and then like the new creatives. What if it's like spending more money on like
that's
the
that's
old
fine.
creatives?
That's fine. That's fine. I broke this down on one of the coaching calls before. So if you remind me, I'll tell you where it is, but I broke down how it works.
Okay.
But it's smart enough to know which ads to show. So for example, with Jorge, we have like one ad set. I mean, I can show you.
Okay.
Can you see my screen?
Uh, yeah. Let me see.
So,
Yeah.
so with Jorge, for example, so look, so remember, we have one campaign.
Yeah.
It's an ABO campaign. Then you have three ad sets. For me and him, we're just starting off with trying to find one of them, and then once we find a good one, we're going to create two more ad sets, okay? And then what we're doing inside the ad set is we said, hey, we're spending $50 per day, and then we want to basically spend $80 to get a sale.
Okay.
Okay. And then when it comes to the ads, we just threw in ads. Jorge's working on making more ads right now. But if I come and I filter by maximum, you'll see, look at how crazy this is. It's spending $357 on this one ad. This ad only got 18, 16, 12, 8.
Isn't that bad
So
though?
no, that's how Andromeda is supposed to work. So basically Andromeda knows.
Offering free trials is good. Offering paid trials is better. Offering
Mm.
results-based programs that are high ticket is excellent. Calling leads the day of is good.
So this is like that viral piece of content. It's like a
Yeah.
viral trend. And
Yeah.
so
Yeah. Yeah.
Facebook knows to show this to a lot of people. So what's happening is the way I'm kind of looking at it is, let's say there's person one, person two, person three, person four. And then we have basically add one. So we had add one, two, add two, add three, add four, add five. So what's happening is Facebook is maybe showing this to this person like maybe two times, and then two times, and then two times, and then two times, or maybe even more. And then it maybe shows this ad, and then it maybe shows this ad, and then maybe it shows this ad. So it's just spending. And then there's also these other people that this ad is just going and showing it to this person, this person, this person, and it hasn't shown these other ads to them yet
Okay.
because
Got you.
it
Got you.
knows like this is some viral piece of content. People are going to watch it. It's going to build know like trust with them. And then by the time it's built know like trust with them, then it's going to hit them up with one of these other ads.
Yeah. Okay. Got you.
So like
Got you.
that the strategy. So and then the one that we have that's like a direct response ad, that's this one right here.
Into your school, say, hey, I'm ready to sign up. And the reason for that is because we built a
So it's like I feel like what's happening again, this is a theory, but my theory is that it's showing this ad, getting a bunch of people to know, like, trust him, and then when it's ready, it's going to hit him with this
Uh-huh.
direct response ad. Other times, it's going to show like these types of ads, which is like
Okay.
more of
as far as
the
the
testimonial type ads. So that's the whole point of Andromeda. You just throw the ads in here and you let Facebook just knows like, yo, when this person wakes up, they need to see this ad. And then when they're on the bus ride home, they need to see this ad. And then when they're at home, when they make their highest purchasing decision, they need to see this ad. Facebook knows every single person's
Okay.
behavior and it shows them accordingly. That's the whole point of Andromeda.
Okay. Got you.
So same thing in my example. I don't want to spend too long here, but one campaign for me, I have my three ad sets, and each of those ad sets, I have the exact same ads. And so you'll notice that
Hey,
there's
man.
just like a crazy difference in budget. This is spent 200 bucks, literally the 200 bucks. So this is like it's kind of like a viral, not viral, but this is like a very engaging like that. Here's how to get to 30K, step one, two, three, four, five. And then and then it shows them a testimonial type of ad, and then it shows Drew talking about how he hit $1 million. And then it finally is showing my direct response ad, which is like you're a videographer. Kill. This is the one that's like going in for the kill. So it's like Facebook knows, and it's smart enough to know what to show to who. Does that make sense, Ronnie?
Yeah. Yeah. I got you. Got you. It's like basically it does
So you
like the
so you
psychology
don't
part.
You don't look at like normally you would look at this and you'd be like, damn, this spent $4, really good cost per click. This spent $3. I should scale this up and then I should turn this shit off. No, no, no. Even though it's paying $12.29 to get a click, this is making me money. Um, yeah, this one is the one that's like even though the clicks are really expensive, this is the making the money. We don't look at the ad level. We look at the ad set level. As long as the numbers at the ad set level are good, we don't mess with it. We don't worry about the ad level. We will only worry about the ad set level in terms of the numbers. Do the numbers look good at the ad set level? Okay, cool. Don't touch it.
Hmm.
Make sense?
Yeah. Um,
So again, for you,
Yeah.
You're gonna create one campaign, or you're gonna take your existing campaign, you're gonna create one ad set, and you're just gonna throw a shit ton of ads in there. That's it. That's all we're gonna do.
Okay.
And each
Gotcha.
of the ads are gonna look and feel very different.
Okay. Gotcha. Gotcha.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that it should, I think that this is gonna be really cool because like I noticed that a common objection that I get is they're like, yeah, we'd love to work with you, but I know nothing about you guys. Like, wait, what company are you guys from again? So if I do have some video ads, I think that would change like the energy.
Yeah. So if you have some videos, maybe so again, on your next coaching call, another piece of advice, if you want to write this down, is do a little bit of try to create a dynamic where you can clip that out and run an ad with that.
Wait, what do you mean?
I don't know, like maybe you talk about a specific topic and then you're like, okay, that was good. Let me cut that piece out and I'm going to run an ad with that specific piece of content.
Okay.
So, in that piece of content, like for example, me, I'm talking to you right now, that
Yeah.
whole part where I just broke down Andromeda, if I
Yeah.
really wanted, I could cut that segment out and then I could maybe add some effects to it. And I can run that as an ad. And then people are like,
Yeah.
oh, dang, this Kushi guy really knows ads.
Yeah.
You
I
understand?
Yeah, I'm excited. I have one of the ideas what I wanted to do was like the ranking video. I think it was similar to what's his
Yep.
name? Jorge, where
Yeah.
it's like, okay, this is A tier, this is B tier, this is C tier.
Yeah. Yeah. You
And
can
then
do
like
it.
the S tier is basically what would be like what I'm trying to push.
Yeah. So basically, you can say like relying on word of mouth to grow your portrait business, D tier, running ads, S tier, stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Okay, got you, got you. Sauce.
Yep.
That's all I got.
Okay, good.
Thanks.
Yep. Stuart, hope you're doing well, man. Okay. Give me a second, guys. I'm like burning. I'm gonna grab something to drink quick. I'll be right back and then we'll get right to work. Okay, you there, man?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right. So what were we talking about? Okay. So yeah, after purchase, mechanism video, and then after the loom. So basically, I get people to watch the workshop because it builds no like trust with them. Um, by seeing me interact with people, and then like just a certain type of buyer, they're gonna watch the workshop. They're like, holy cow, this is like really cool. I've never thought about this before. And then the 6 figure 6 week that like sells people on the mechanism, like so they're gonna see that like, oh, I know how coaching is gonna get me results. And then this shows them, hey, what's it like receiving coaching? So I feel like
I
honestly,
was
these are the only two that you need.
I was thinking for the coaching part, like how would they know if I just grabbed a couple people, put them on Zoom, and just like
Literally. Yeah, you could. You could.
put them in geese? And I'm like, all right, ask questions, ask these questions, make me look like I'm the shit.
Yeah, you can, bro. So let me go to your yeah, so I'm gonna put that on your Excel to do. Um, yeah, so we can do that. I would say that's a piece of content that's pretty easy for you to create. Um, I I feel like what would be really good, bro, is so let's say they watch the email stuff first, right? Then they watch the 6 week challenge stuff, right? Then the coaching call, what could be really cool, bro, is imagine a training session on sales.
Yeah, I do have that already.
So what? No, what I mean is not. That's not what I mean. What I mean is they're going to go through training on sales, right? But what if you have a group of guys ask you a bunch of questions regarding like common objections and stuff that's like out of the box, and or they give you like a specific case, like, yo, bro, I had this one guy come in and then this happened, that happened. What do I do?
I do
And so
have
you
that.
go, huh?
I have something like that too.
The point I'm trying to get across is this. What I'm trying to get across is what we're doing is we're selling coaching, right?
Mhm.
So what is different about coaching than your training? Like they have to watch the training. I'm sorry, they have to watch you on a coaching call and be like, I need coaching from this guy because it's not inside of the course. There has to be something different.
Oh, okay, okay. I see what you're saying.
So when they watch me, I have a segment where do you remember Rich? Do you remember
Yeah,
Rich? So
yeah.
Rich, there was a segment that we did where Rich was sitting down from 25 minutes to 45 minutes on a coaching call, and he was breaking down like, bro, here's that exact ad, here's exactly what I did, blah, blah, blah. And then so what I'm doing is I'm kind of selling people, I'm like, hey, if you want like this higher level knowledge, implementation knowledge, step by step, very tactical, like you're only going to get that inside of the coaching. You're not going to get that inside of the course. Course is very generalized, but this high level sauce, you're only going to get on the coaching. So it's like, yeah, I need coaching if I want that one-on-one with Koshik and like blah, blah, blah. So there has to be something for them to be like, okay, I need to invest in coaching. So take some time to think about that, and then you can like just engineer that. Yeah. So that's it, bro. And I think with that
So,
piece of content, I think that's good enough to like nurture people.
and you're saying it would be so it'd be like you put it to slow down, but as far as like the coaching part, it's really just like the outcome we're looking for is them feeling like, oh, I need this for myself. Like if I had this, if I had him helping me like this, I'd be winning.
The key word is need.
Yeah.
They must feel like they need.
Oh, okay.
When they watch the course materials, like, yo, this is sauce, this is good, this blows my mind. But then when they watch the coaching, they're like, a lot of it is like you don't know what you don't know. So it's like, damn, like I watched the course material, it makes sense, but I didn't even know I would run into this issue. Look at this very nuanced situation that this guy is running into. Holy crap, like I might run into that and I would need a guy like Jorge to help me during that time. You know?
Yeah, I see now. So I'm gonna think more ideas, and I think I could do this easily, like fairly like fast too.
Yeah, I think
Just
so
like
too.
have just random people in the Zoom.
Yep, sure. Yeah. Um, but yeah, anything else, bro, that's top of mind for you?
Just that content, and then uh no, oh, just I just want to clarify for that guy that I told you about the DMs
Yeah.
that asked about the price. Like that's the route to go, right? Just tell him like, hey, bro, it's a la carte.
Hmm. Yep.
Okay,
That was it
okay,
was like
cool.
you can pretty much take whatever I said.
I
Let's see
think
what else.
because like we were like typing, like we are having like two different conversations at the same time. I just got confused. I was like, which one was for which?
Yeah, yeah. Um, yeah, I mean, honestly, you could take something like this and like slightly tweak it for yourself. Like I think this is a pretty solid answer. Because I'm like, right, I was breaking this down for Ronnie. Right away, I'm basically telling him like, hey, I don't accept every single person, which I don't. And then I'm saying I create a custom roadmap so that people can see what would work for them, and then they get to kind of pick and choose. So that's how I would frame it.
Okay. But then on the sales call, nothing changes. Like it's all just the same.
Yeah, just do everything the same.
Okay.
Okay. So your numbers look good. So how many sales have we made so far from this?
So far, one, two, five.
Five from this,
So we
or are you talking
had,
about in general?
oh, in general,
So wait. So from this camp, you're talking about, I'm saying from this campaign,
oh,
bro.
from this one out three.
Okay, so that's
So yeah,
still
they're all in June. So we got three.
bro, we're fucking cooking, bro. $137 per sale, bro. Like that's really good.
Nice.
Yeah. So we need again, I'm gonna do the same thing with you that I'm doing with Ronnie and just like work just put it on like things we need to focus on the Excel so that you just know what's important to focus on because I know I'm throwing a lot at you. Um but yeah, bro, we need to get on the order bump like fast.
Mhm.
Honestly, I would say order bump is like more important because you see the numbers, like they're coming in, the sales are coming in. So it's like we're gonna be losing out on a crap ton of money if we don't get on that ASAP.
On that note, too, some guy asked me if I have that content as well. Hey, man, like, do you have a course on like content creation? Because like I would like to learn that from you as well.
Sure.
I told him
Like,
like, oh yeah, for sure, bro. I'm actually gonna finish that up. I'll send it over to you.
who said that? That was from a follower?
That was a follower, yeah.
Bro, don't say that. You,
What,
you
what,
you said that you were gonna create it and then send it to him?
no, no, no. I said that I have a course, yeah. And
Oh,
then I
okay.
was like, yeah, I'll have a course, but I'm gonna send it to you.
Okay, cool. But you're pushing that to the call, right? Like you're not letting that be an objection or whatever. Like you're not saying like, yo, I'm about to like create and send it to you. You're saying like, yeah, I got a course, bro. I'll hook you up. And then you're still trying to push for the sales call, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. No, I was saying like, yeah, I'm gonna send it to you. But then I asked afterwards, like, what? But like, why do you feel like you need help with that? But then I just got into like a discovery.
Okay, good, good, good. My bad, my bad. I misunderstood. Okay, good, good shit. But yeah, bro, we need to, I would say, I'm gonna work on your Excel in terms of like putting stuff, but I would say like order bump, I think is like the most important thing right now.
Okay, cool. So in that case, now just
So it's like order bump, and then we need to like have you need to be like really freaking scrappy, bro, and have something for the upsell. Like we need to like you need to carve out like 2 days, bro, like 2, 3 days, and just get that shit done, bro. Because right
yeah.
now we're missing out on a shit ton of money right now. Like you see the sales coming in, bro. You know. So yeah, bro. I mean, I like that. I'm feeling good about our marketing. Questions, comments, concerns, thoughts, bro.
It's just good to know that that's like the main priority then, just with the order bump stuff.
Hmm.
And then you're saying like just like put like just throw shit at the wall as far as like creating the actual like content behind it.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be great right now. We have time to refine, but you at least need something in there so we can start having the order bumps there.
Yeah. Okay.
So we need like if you don't want to create a school group right now, spend $97 a month, that's fine. But we need to like drive traffic to like a Facebook group and get people to start spending $17 a month. You need something for 197. And on the second page, we need something for 397.
Wait, so the $17 per month, the school is $97 per month?
No, no, no. So what I'm saying is that school, the software costs $97 a month.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So then
I think it's $97 a month. So that means what I'm trying to get across to you is do you want to invest in school right now, or do you just want to say screw it and I'm just going to do a free private Facebook group for the time being? It's up to
what's the
you.
difference between like the Facebook group and the Go High Level group?
So truthfully, the private Facebook group is trash.
Oh, we
Engagement's
just got
trash.
another one right now as we speak.
Another sale?
Another initiate checkout. I'm not sure if it's still. Let me check, but somebody just initiated checkout as we spoke. Sorry.
Cool. Have you been following up the people that initiate checkout that don't purchase?
With those people, I'll text them, but I haven't been doing any like I've been building out the email campaign for that one.
No, you need to call these people, bro.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. It's just okay.
Yeah. You need to be going ham, bro. You need to be. So for me, I think I told you, like, like I think I showed this to you last time. So for example, this drone guy, right? He initiated checkout 5:30. He bought by 5:38. So usually, and you probably noticed that as well, when people buy, they buy within 10 minutes. This guy right here, Michael Flynn, he initiated checkout at 6:03. He has not bought, he's not going to buy. It's just not going to happen. So this person needs to be called. He's never going to buy.
And when you call them, like, is that's in the course as well, where you like break down like how you do that, like what you're
Um, I,
saying?
I haven't created course material on that just because yeah, I haven't created course material on that. Now that you mention it, that's on me. But you just need to hit him up, bro, and just honestly, you just want what works for me is I hop on a call and I say, hey man, I saw you initiate checkout. Just wanted to reach out really quick, see if you had questions, comments, concerns, see if this was a good fit for you. If it's not, I want to make sure you don't waste your money. So I kind of frame it as like, hey man, I want to make sure you don't waste your money. And then I just go into like, so like specifically what were you looking for? And then if it's a good fit, then I'll push them into it, like, yeah, yeah, this will actually really help you. If it's not a good fit, well then, I'm not going to push it on them. So if I were you, if somebody initiates checkout, they do not purchase within like 10 minutes, honestly, 10 minutes, you need to be hitting them up, bro. And then you need to be hitting them up and you treat it just like a call funnel 3 times a day for 3 days. Like that's what you need to be doing. Don't rely on emails. It's not the
Oh,
purpose of
okay.
the emails. The purpose of the emails, bro, is if we have enough people on the email list, when you send a Black Friday email, some of those people are going to buy. That's all that it is. That's literally it. You're not going to make any money right now. That is just like a big pot of gold that you make money off of once a year. That's it. That's all that is.
Mhm.
But if you think that an email campaign is going to get somebody to buy within the next 7 days, it's not going to happen. It doesn't happen. I've seen it hundreds of times. It doesn't happen. The money only comes on Black Friday. Um, so yeah. Anyways, what we were talking about. So yeah. So basically on the first page, we have a $47 thing. We need a $17 per month thing. What I was saying is that the private Facebook group is trash. But if you want to just drive traffic there, great. Just because we need to start selling that, selling something for $17 per month because there are a bunch of people that will buy it. Or I'm saying is if you want to do $17 per month and then drive traffic to a school and actually work on your school community, actually build that out. Because if you do, I think that we can make money from school. It's just, do you want to commit to spending $97 per month to get a subscription to school, the software?
Oh,
Uh,
okay. I remember I asked like, what's the difference between that and like the Go High Level place, so where like the community group is at, like their school version.
yeah, I don't know about that one. I don't know if it's good or not.
It's like the same thing, like from like what I see. Like,
I don't think it's about features, bro. I think it's about how the algorithm works. Because, like, for example, the Facebook group, if I come into my Facebook group, it's not about the features. What it is the fact that I post it. This is retarded, bro. 4 reach, 9 reach. Like, this is so dumb. Like, I can post something and it only has 105 reach, and there's like over 1,000 people in there. It's so dumb. Um, so yeah. So basically, again, first pay $70 per month. It's up to you whether you want to do a school thing and start investing. We start building it out. I feel like with you, if you're gonna create YouTube content, like again, that's your future, right? You're probably gonna create YouTube content, go super guru mode. We probably need a school group anyways.
and in the school group, am I just hosting the course in there?
Yeah. That's what I was saying is we can host the course stuff in there instead of Go High Level,
Okay.
and you can use the school group to like just make regular posts.
Okay, I see. So then I would also post like other type of content in there as well, and like just throw
Yeah.
my YouTube videos in there as well.
Boom, you got it, bro.
Oh, okay, I see. I see. That's
That's
what
what
I
I'm
was
saying.
kind of confused. I'm like, but like, what is the purpose of school? Like, just a group chat?
Yeah, exactly. So it's basically what we'd use school for is we get people in there. When people get in there, if you haven't shot them a DM, you're gonna basically be able to shoot them a message on school and it will show up. You know how like sometimes like for me, for example, if somebody joins, I try to shoot them a private message on Facebook. I don't know if they're gonna see it or not on DMs. I don't know if they're gonna fully see it. They're always gonna see it in school for sure. So you get to have an opportunity to have a conversation with every single person. You get to nurture people, host the course. There's a lot of stuff. So,
I
anyways,
see.
point is $17 per month. We need that order bump. You need the 197 on there, something for 197, and then on the second page, we need the full on course for 397. So you need to get on that ASAP, bro.
The full course for 397 would be, so right now we have the 47, which is the full course, right?
Right.
And then the 17 per month school group, and then the 197 would be the content course, and then 397 would then be the course that we have right now, and the 47 would drop down to like a section of that.
Yeah, you can do a section of that. Yeah.
Okay.
So for me, the way I have it set up, bro, is I think I went over this with you, is all I did is so they have the workshop, they have this material for week 2. So this all I did is for the 6 weeks, I kept everything in there. The only thing that I did is when it comes to these videos here, these are all sales videos. So how do I actually convert the leads into sales? I think I showed you this. If it
Yeah, I
popped,
remember now.
but yeah. So there's a video here that says, "Hey, you're trying to watch a piece of content that is, you have to unlock it." And so then they click a button and they have to unlock it. So it's the same shit. I just like remove some of the videos.
Okay,
So we can do something like that for you.
got it. That's priority then. Number one,
Yeah.
content stuff, order bump stuff. Okay.
Yeah. And again, it can be scrappy, bro. Like I'm telling you,
Yeah.
like about like 3 days, bro. But we need it or else we're losing money here.
Okay, got it.
Okay.
Sir.
Um, questions, comments, concerns, thoughts, bro?
No, I'm gonna go over this again, and then if I do have some questions, I'll slide them in the Slack. But I think most of the stuff we just went back and forth on
Yeah.
the Slack already.
Yep, yep. So okay, cool. Well, keep me posted, bro.
Thank you, bro.
Yep, you got it. Mr. Stewart, how's it going?
It's good. Sorry, I missed my check-in on Friday. I realized at like 11 p.m. So it's like, crud. I'll just sync up with you Monday, but I have literally nothing to report. I think I did some work from when we chatted last week. But I am just putting out fires, it feels like, so
Okay.
with stuff currently.
So, so Stewart,
Yes,
um,
sir.
we need to make a pivot at this point.
Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah. So at this point, man, I don't think, I know we need to scrap things. We need to scrap things and let's just go and work on your school community and go high level and all that stuff. Let's just move to that just because this is just taking too long, man. At this point, yeah, I could say more. I could say a lot more, but I think that's kind of that's the point. Is like at this point, it's far too long, and my job is to give you value, and I don't feel very good about a month and a half in, and I need to move the needle in your life. I feel obligated to that. So if that's what we need to do, then I will work on that with you. But I don't see us at this point. I don't see things are not moving at a nearly enough fast rate at this point with the 6 figure 6 weeks.
Sure. Yeah. So just scrap six figure 6 weeks and move to the next stage, you're saying?
Yeah,
Okay.
and the reason is I was really hoping that the show would be here today, um, just so you can see a few things that are the reason why. And so, this has been on my mind for a few weeks. I was gonna actually create a video for you. It was gonna be like a 20-30 minute video long. And same thing I did with Jeremy. I had to give him a little bit of a nudge. I decided not to do that, but for me, this was like a big reminder. Is like the level of coaching I'm having to do. It's been a long time since I've had to coach someone in 6 figure 6 weeks because everybody in here they're multiple chapters ahead,
Hmm.
niching down and doing what they're doing. But for him, for example, some of the small boo-boos is like I on last week's coaching call, I sat there and had to set up his entire ad and everything was like all screwed up. With you, I wouldn't be worried about that. I think you'd be fine there. And then he comes in and he says, "Hey, how much are you spending per ad set?" I'm spending $15 per ad set. He was not. He has CBO set up, and so one ad set is spending $10, one ad set has spent $100, and he does not know that. He did not know that.
Uh-huh.
He said he had 8 contacts the first day. I said, great. And then a few days go by, and he says, how many because she had a conversation with one person at that point. I'm like, okay, well, you should have got 30 leads. That doesn't make sense. And then I come to find out he's probably not working those leads, and I had to yell at him about that. And I'm like, hey man, you're burning through money. You need to be working your leads. And then in his mind, he thinks there's opt-in versus lead. He thinks an opt-in is somebody that goes to the opt-in page, puts an email, phone number, and a lead is somebody that makes all the way through. I'm like, no, 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 no. A lead is the cherry on top. That's you're lucky if you get that. You need to work every single person. And then his mind is really fixated on like automations, for example. Like, dude, that's not where you're gonna make the money. So it's just like this is and this is normal, this is my job, but it's a lot of like I had to beat the small fundamental principles into people's heads. And I take an opportunity to do that here so that once people are doing more advanced things, I don't have to beat these smaller things into their head. And
Yeah.
so that's truthfully, and I just going over this with you, and I think you probably already know this, but this is why I needed you to do this for us, because if I had the opportunity to make correct any errors in your behavior through this, then it would just make life a lot easier down the
Yeah.
road. But at this point, between being between a rock and a hard place, it's like, well, what do I do? Do I keep waiting for Stewart? Realistically, what's going to happen? Stewart, let's just say theoretically launches. Okay, we have, I don't know, realistically 2 weeks to close a deal, and I don't know how that's going to work with Stewart. And then that gives me about a month to work on some other stuff with him, and I don't think that's enough time. So that's why I'm kind of just making the call and just saying, hey, look, we got about a month and a half. Let's see how far we can get with this other stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and I think like obviously it's not showing, I'm not demonstrating it right now in the fact that I haven't launched it and everything. But as far as like running Facebook ads and things like that, I have a pretty decent um foundation, I think, as far as, I'm not like some crazy expert, but I've done it a time or two. So I get everything in theory and in principle as far as like pointing the ads to the um, website and everything and collecting leads and all that. So yeah, I think it's just been the last mile kind of a problem. So getting that little bit going. But I mean, I would be okay with that. I feel bad not actually getting that done. I'm sure that, that's frustrating to you too. Um, but also there's maybe a sense of relief on my part of just going, okay, let's just get down to making money. Cause that's kind of where I have been as well. Is like, I just need to start making some money.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, it hasn't been frustrating for me, Stuart. Like I it's very hard to make me angry or frustrate me. If anything, it's just I feel a bit of anxiety.
Hmm.
That's what it is. I'm not frustrated with you, man. I just feel anxious because
Yeah.
I want us to, I want to make impact for you, man.
Yeah.
Um, so that's all it's been.
Yeah.
Um,
So it sounds like maybe unless it's in the seven-figure course or whatever, is school already a part of all of that, or is this kind of more something more recently being added on? I just heard you chatting with him about it too. So
So in terms of this, is like this is me and we're building it out custom. Like
gotcha.
there's no course material, there's nothing. All that there is I have some stuff in my head, and I think I told you is like I was going to create a video for you where I just show you like here's why I envision, here's how I think things could potentially work, and so we can start chipping away at it. That's kind of where my mind is at. So I think we can start there. I can carve out some time this week to just share with you like what's going in my head and then just kind of give it to you, and then you tell me like what your thoughts are, and we can start chipping away at it.
Yeah, yeah, that'd be great. Yeah, I have a few things as far as Mission X goes. Part of part of my busyness the last several days was I'm fixing a website redesign that the COO took on himself, but he basically made JPEG images for each section. So it was just one static image. And I was like, that's not, you can't do that. So I've been fixing all of that. And so like, yeah, this is another thing I know how to do, but it's not something I want to do. So yeah, there's just been a bunch of things like that. But we are, I can't remember if I did talk with you about this or not. We're teaming up with a missions organization, the one that we were going to hand a safe place online over to, possibly.
Yeah. Yeah.
They want to do like a proof of concept kind of thing. And initially we started talking, they're like, well, we could make it this and this. And then I'm like, okay, but if we're going to show them what we have and do what we've been doing, that would be better than just going, let's blow it up to this big thing. Cause that's not really, I can't say for sure that that actually will work.
Right.
Like I believe it will, but let's do what we know works and then prove it out. So the idea of it is this missions organization has missionaries like all over the world. So we would take the outreach that we're doing, the digital evangelism, if you will. Um, for now, it's just the women coming in through a safe place online. Connect them with a local missionary in that area who's working with local churches in that area. So get them connected with resources if they're having trouble paying their bills, looking for a job, needing childcare, needing counseling, if they're abused, any of that kind of stuff. So then it takes a little off of our plate that we hand them off to actual real people, which is my heart is like, I'm not actually crazy about the like, yeah, I prayed a prayer on this site, and somebody clicked a button. I think
Yeah.
that's a little bit of BS. So I want to see like actual impact on
Yeah.
real people and be able to measure that. So there will probably be a bit of both still, but anyway, that's kind of the thing we're talking about. And I am going to use high level for them to build the landing pages for each of those things. So just using the funnels and everything for that and do it as like a subdomain off of their existing site, unless you think that that's too much of a headache. But I think I can do it, figure it out pretty quick. Um, so that's kind of where we're at with them. And then the stand-up dude umbrella of things for the podcast. That's the other one. Like that's really what we want to be doing, at least myself and the COO. And that I think we're so busy with getting these other things and just trying to figure out how can we get this a safe place online thing like stable, hand it off. And even if we're like helping in some way, we're not really having to do all the work anymore. So yeah, That's what we've been back and forth on. And I want to actually get to where it's the school community for stand up dude. We're promoting that. We're getting guys signed up for that, whatever they're paying, even if it's like $20 a month, it probably needs to be more than that, but uh improve that out too. And I know you were talking with me about that. Like if I can get that community filled up and effectively replace the income they're paying me, um, and prove to them like, hey, I just replaced my income based off of this, and then put the pitch out like, can we give myself a raise?
Yeah, yeah. Um, in terms of um, the funnel to get people help, what does that funnel look like? Add to like a calendar page or like add to opt-in and then somebody gets a message and then they follow up? Like, what does that look like?
So just high level, no pun intended. I think right now it'll be whatever the ad is. We'll be targeting initially it's Calgary and Kenya, I believe, are the two locations we're working in. So, uh, and in Calgary specifically, it's a lot of Spanish speaking people, like a lot of migrants who've moved there. And so the missionary we're working with is actually from, I think, from Mexico as well. So we'll be targeting probably in English and Spanish, that ad, whatever the felt need is. So we'll have a few different ones. Facebook is very particular about running any sort of religious ads, so you have to do it in more of a safe language kind of a way. So the ads will be stuff like, uh, are you, I'm struggling to, or a lot of women are struggling to pay their bills right now. If that's you, there's help or something like that. So then the landing page will be something that continues that idea so it doesn't seem disjointed. And from there, it just kind of give them some stuff. We'll have some like gospel stuff in there, but none of it's going to be like, unless you pray this prayer, you can't get help. That is not the point. And then there will be a form, and the form will have like all the information we need from them, plus like I need help with check each of these boxes, whichever ones apply. And then I will have that routed to the missionary guy in Calgary, and it will be his responsibility to kind of reach out and connect with them,
I
and make
remember,
sure getting help.
okay, sounds cool. I remember the initial version you showed me, and both me and you were like, yeah, this makes no impact. But then the conversation we had is like, well, is this my objective? Is this our objective, or is this the owner of Mission X Mission? Because he has to show something to the um, financiers. And
Hmm.
so when I brought that up, you're like, oh, that's a good point. I don't actually know. And so if it's a volume thing, well, then we should continue to do what we were doing. Sure, it doesn't make as much impact. But so this particular thing, this is like trying to show actual impact so that they can take it off your plate. Am I understanding that correctly?
Yeah, yeah, and
Okay.
I think the owner too, his ideal would be that this still has that element that we had before, but we're kind of bolting on the more impactful part that I think will be more important. So there will be the evangelistic ads part of it, um, and
Why
then
not?
or the element of it where they get that presented to them, and
So
so
you're,
they can check the box if that's what they chose.
I see. So you're not going to do an instant form type of ad because, um, so here's kind of where my head's at, and I'm just throwing my 2 cents out there. And
Hmm.
I probably just don't understand enough about, that world with religious ads. But what makes like so an ideal world, and you may not be able to do this, is like have a specific ad that really calls out to a specific pain point, and then it's an instant format, and then they can answer the question that they need to answer, and then that gets routed instead of going into a funnel because I think that would actually be cheaper for a
Like
cost per lead.
to run the ad on like a Facebook ad or a Facebook form. Is that what you're saying?
I feel like that might be cheaper than going into a funnel
Okay.
because
Yeah,
all
I
you're
hadn't even
doing
thought about that.
because all you're doing is you're funneling people over to a phone call. It's not like if you went to a website, I would say it makes sense if you're trying to get them into ultimately like a calendar or something like that. In this particular case, if all that's happening is the footwork is being done by the person on the other end, well, why not just get that person over the information as cheap and as efficiently as possible, which would be probably an instant format.
Yeah. Would it, I haven't run the instant form stuff yet, but uh as far as whatever, can we present any material on that after the fact? Like, would there be anything where Facebook would potentially object and say, no, this is a religious ad?
That's
Uh,
my question is I don't know that in terms of like so what I'm getting at is like obviously like when it comes to ads, like I know for example, you can't really show before and after photos. That goes against their policy, whatever.
mhm.
So I don't know that you can say or verbalize something. Like for me, if I were to do that, I would have one ad set and I would think about the 20 different reasons why somebody would be interested, whether it's financial, this, that, and I would have a very specific ad that calls out to them. Divorce is a hard thing and da 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 click below and you can get help today. That would be the
Yeah.
creative. The copy would pertain to that, and then they'd click, and then the form would specifically pertain to, divorce or whatever. And then,
Yeah.
yeah, so it's like, hey, are you recently divorced? Are you trying to get married? Like, what exactly is it? So that the person that routes already is fully understanding of like, hey, here's why this person is here and what help they need.
Hmm.
So, but in terms of the creative, that I don't know about in terms of like how strict or unstrict they are. That I don't know.
Yeah. Do you think is the reason you think it would be cheaper because high level charges per like lead or whatever that you gather? Is that kind of the thing? Or
Instant
um,
forms are just always cheaper. Almost
yeah,
always cheaper, yeah. Like whenever you go into a funnel, it's going to get you so whenever you go into a funnel, it's typically going to get you higher intent, more purchasing power people, but the thing is like that's not what you're optimizing for. You don't need a bunch of rich people. You don't need a bunch of people with much money for what you're trying to do. You just need as much impact as possible, as cheap as possible. So an instant form, in my experience, is the cheapest way to do that.
yeah,
That or I I like a DM or messenger ad because what happens is the moment they click the DM or message, that just starts a conversation. So he can be there, him or his staff can just be there having conversation with people all day.
yeah, yeah. I guess I'd have to ask him about that, the missionary dude. But so here's my concern, and I think this is where Tim, the owner, would probably chime in. But I think right now, like getting them to a website where we can control the copy entirely, and they have like, there's a clear the felt need part, there's the gospel presentation part, and then it makes sense when they fill out the form and it's like, yes, I also prayed this prayer or something like that, or I didn't, but I'm interested in hearing more. Have a few options for them in that. Um, that would be the thing that I would think would be helpful is just once they're there, then I can control all of that and not just only be reliant on like, well, they filled out this form. Um, but there's no,
I see what
he
you're
calls
trying
them
to do. You need to
professions of faith, salvation and
yeah.
type
So it's like
things.
you need to hit he wants to hit both heads. He wants to hit the head of like, hey, I want help, but
Yes.
also you've said you spirituality, Christianity, this is important to you. He needs both of those things hit for it to he needs both those boxes to be checked off. I get it.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, and I think, Tim, the owner, he is very much about the like the current
You
way that
can
it's been working. He thinks it's been great, because they just click this box and they go to this link. And I'm like, I don't really believe that like even half of those are probably legit. Like there's no way
yeah.
of knowing. So
No, what I will say is if you can, again, I think it's probably fine, but you're telling me like Facebook is very strict on ads when it comes to religious stuff. But isn't there, again, I don't know. So please, forgive my ignorance here, um, or my lack of knowledge. But if that's very important to him, well, then you can center your creative around that. Because if these are all video view ads, it's like, hey, this is a struggling thing, da, da, da. Here's what Jesus said, gospel, et cetera, et cetera. If this is something that you resonate with, like we do, I'd like you to
yeah.
click the button below. There are people here on our Mission X mission that would love to help you. So if somebody is going to click that button and Facebook is going to serve it to the right person, is serving it to somebody who religion is important to them. And even
Yeah.
in your opt-in page, you can start off like, hey, for if you're again, I don't know the right, if you're a faith-based Christian struggling with this, provide your name, email, phone number, and we'll have somebody contact you. So it's like it really like you have to be blind to not see all the faith stuff there.
Yeah. I think that would be it. I think anything in any of the Facebook ads, this has just been what I've read. Like if it sounds like you're proselytizing, like you're trying to make converts or something, or even talking about it in any way, they tend to
I see.
poo-poo it.
I see.
So that's where it's like if we get something where it's more like, hey, are you struggling to pay your rent, or are you struggling with like raising your children? So then you get them to the page, and then you can kind of have something where it's like, this is something that's very common. There is help, there is hope. And by the way, here's the gospel presentation. And then, you know, fill out this form if you want more information, and we'll connect you with someone who can help.
Yeah,
Um, so I think that that is at least one of the ways we can do it.
sure.
So yeah, and they have the funds to fund it, to as far as what they can spend on it. So I'd love to just give it a shot and get something cooking. I think I met with the guy from the missions organization, and he was saying, we said maybe in a month or so we could kind of get something off the ground, uh, to as a proof of concept, and then give them like a month of proving it, you know, that it actually works. So I think that they are excited about it though.
Yeah.
They do believe that it could be a really good partnership.
Yeah. Cool. Cool. Yeah. Keep me posted. Thank you for sharing.
Yeah, man. Other than that, I mostly like, if just full transparency, I'm at this point of like going, okay, all my other clients right now are kind of like doing the summer break thing or whatever. They're freaking out about various things. So Mission X is kind of the only one at the moment paying me anything. And I'm just going, okay, I got to figure out how I can make some other money outside of Mission X probably, and make it quick. And I'm not really sure what that'll be. Um, in a perfect world, it'd be something where I don't have any deliverables other than something I've made once and sold, you know, 10,000 times kind of a thing, which I don't have that right now, but the course or something else just for my business. So, uh, that's where my mind has been too. I'm just trying to
So- No, I
knock that.
appreciate the transparency. Here's what I'll tell you, Stuart. This is gonna be my second round with you. And there are things I want to say, but I've bit my tongue because I don't want to say anything prematurely because I want to be sure. If we start doing the school thing and if it's very similar to the 6 weeks, then I will say my theory was initially correct, and I think that there's some life stuff. That's kind of why we did the exercise that we did.
Hmm.
You know, like
Yeah, that's fair.
if you did the 6 figure 6 week and you struggle with that, and but then we launched this stuff and you're rock and rolling, we're making moves. It's like, okay, cool. It really was a 6 figure. There's some underlying anxiety, whatever. But if the pattern is still the same, then the variable is simply your life, and you just got too much stuff going on, man. Just straight up, you just got too
Yeah.
much stuff going on.
Yeah.
So
And I mean, that's very likely.
and so that goes back. So it's like if your behavior here and your behaviors here is the same, and you got too much stuff going on, then your problem is literally what you just said, which is I got to make some money fast. I make these certain kinds of decisions that just kind of put you further into a hole, man.
Yeah. 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 And I don't want to be there either. Like I legit just want to be uh making the decisions that are maybe a little painful at the moment, but are going to put me in a better position. So I'm not having to make little compromises and just settle for whatever I can get.
Yeah,
So it's
yeah,
it feels like a chicken and egg thing right now.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, so in terms of like creating a product that just makes fast cash, um, I mean, there's things I don't know that I should be saying this to you. I'm just having this conversation with you for craps and giggles here.
Hmm.
But it's just like, what can you monetize like a course that you already know, which is like your podcast studio stuff. You don't know necessarily how to monetize yet, but like I'm sure you could sell courses for like 47 bucks and then sell some kind of a coaching program on like getting it set up or done for you, done with you type of service. Like that
Hmm.
is it's literally the same thing I do with Jorge. That's something that's
Yeah.
possible to
Yeah.
um
I think there could be some stuff like I've given a lot of thought to that in the past and more recently too. Just the way I approach it, what I would do, like there's still plenty of ways that I could do it better. But then when I realize like when people come in and they have no idea how to do any of this, it looks like I know how to do like, you know, magic or something like that. So showing them like, hey, here's how you could build this, like make something for somebody starting out, or make something for somebody who's like,
if
hey,
you
I've been
want
doing this for a
to do
little
that,
bit, but here's how I could actually do a better job.
if you want to do that, Stuart, like I'm really good at creating online courses and converting them to coaching pro. Like that's my bread and butter.
Yeah.
That's how you got here.
Yeah.
Um, but we can't do that and the Mission X mission. That's just not going to be possible to do a school group and that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
you got to pick which one of those two. If you're telling me like, Koshik, I just need to make some money, then we do that and we go all in on that. And then whatever happens with Mission X Mission, you're most likely just, you're not going to increase how much you're going to make. And that long-term game that we talked about, it's probably just not going to happen unless me and you are working together for like 2 years. And down the road, we'll tackle that and experience something like that in a year's time.
Yeah.
Because this whole thing is going to take like the next 3 to 6 months to get like working for you.
Hmm.
Or again, we do this thing and that's what we talked about, which is a school group and growing that. And that's going to take us 3, 6, 9 months before we see any real fruits from that. But then your leverage there is you can show, Mission X Mission, say, hey, look at the cool stuff I did. And you can
That's,
show Mission X Mission and, negotiate your budget, negotiate how much you make again. So
yeah.
again, does that make sense or do you want me to say that again?
No, I got you. I think it's like it's an either or. It'll be difficult to do both at the same time. And so I have to pick which one I feel like would be the top priority. Uh,
I know that the podcast thing, I know that that would sell. Like I know like really fast that would start selling.
yeah, yeah. I that's the tough part is I feel like I would probably,
And
even
what
though
you could
I'm
do,
passionate about the stuff with Mission X and the stand-up dude community and all that stuff, it's not mine, it's
okay,
theirs. And so I want to help build it, but I would rather build something that was mine that I could control, that I would have like full creative oversight in. And um, maybe maybe that'll bite me in the butt later on because I'll be like, man, I wish I didn't have to do this. But um, oh man, I feel like I feel like I got to think about it. But um,
I don't dislike it. I like it. Like, yeah, and I will tell you, like, if I'm being transparent, I haven't done this.
mhm,
I've done this a bajillion times.
yeah,
So
yeah, one would probably be a little more quick moving. I would assume. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. And the other way I think about it, man, is like, if we do this, like, this whole thing is like, there's just so many unknown variables because I don't know exactly how we're going to monetize. We're going to keep being scrappy and trying different things. I think you said just right now, you're like, hey, charge $20 per month for the school group. I didn't want to interrupt you, but like, it's most likely not going to work. You probably have to make it free at first,
Yeah.
uh, and stuff. And versus, and then it's like, do this. And then we try for 3, 6 months, figure out how to monetize it. It's going to take a long time. And there's no guarantee that we're even going to be able to monetize it. We just have ideas for what we're going to do there. Uh,
Hmm.
versus this, another way you can look at it is let's say we launch a low ticket course, you start making some money with it, and then it's possible that you can use these people as your guinea pigs, where you close, 10 people. Out of those 10 people, you work with like three of them. Like each of those people, you try to throw stuff at them to help them monetize their podcast. And then
Yeah.
eventually, maybe 10, 15 clients down the road, you have like kind of a proven plan to help people monetize their thing. And now all of a sudden you turn into the guy that doesn't just help people get, build podcasts, but also monetize their podcasts. So
Yeah.
instead of you trying to figure out all here with one person, you have multiple reps, multiple people. And I do that here too. That's one of the benefits of this code. There's so much I learn I try different things with different people, and that's how I learn faster.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. I could see that. See, I think where there could be real value is in like it's podcast, but it's YouTube podcast really. And so it's also YouTube, like how maybe if you're wanting to build a podcast or a show, it does like it could just be a YouTube show, but all the stuff with like how do I
Your main
write
thing is
copy?
podcasts. Your main thing is podcasts, right? On YouTube.
Yeah, yeah, it's right now anyway. Show YouTube shows and YouTube podcasts, but it's all video first stuff. So it's like I make everything for YouTube with YouTube in mind.
So there's this guy. This I don't know if you've been through the training enough to know. Um,
I
so
heard his name tossed around a bunch.
yeah,
I paid Alex Ramosi 220.
so he basically was very crap at content for a very long time. And then he kept trying to go to YouTube and trying to figure out a bunch of stuff. And then all he did is he just realized, like, hey, let me just talk about what I want to talk about. So it's really simple. Figure out what the heck I want to talk about. That's extremely valuable. Step one. Step two is now you figure out what kind of packaging you need. So, like, for example, you've probably noticed this, like the seven tiers of whatever. Have you noticed on YouTube, like the seven levels of horror movies, the seven levels of whatever, and it has got these like red.
Mm,
You know what
yeah,
I'm talking? And
yeah,
so step one is you just talk about whatever you want to talk about that's extremely valuable. It has to be valuable. Step two is then you use the packaging in order to get high click-through rate.
yep.
And then the
What is
content has to be you wouldn't throw structured in some type of a way where people will buy. So you have regular call to action stuff. And that's literally all he's doing. And he's talking about how he is making way more money and all that stuff. And literally that was it for his YouTube. That's literally it. So I just again, you said you do podcasts. So maybe there's something you can study from this video. Um,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, that would be good. It's all in everything I'm doing, like my show with my wife and I, like there's a very, very good promise and potential in what we're doing there. And hitting a niche that's needed kind of a thing. And then with other shows too. So I feel like that's like if anybody comes to me, like they either want to know, can you make it for me? But then also, can this be monetized? How do I make money with this? And I feel like I know ways, but I'm not necessarily doing those ways right now because I'm working with like nonprofits and stuff. So even stand up dude, we're working on making that we're getting sponsors and things like this. Tennessee hats, like they're a local hat company that they just got a deal with the Tennessee Titans. So like they're going to blow up huge, but we're just kind of giving them free sponsorship right now
yeah.
on the show. And so, but now we're going to look for some more paid sponsors and things. So
I feel
there,
like I'm sorry, go ahead.
no, that's it.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think, you've got some information there and tell about sponsorship you could probably put inside of your course of like, hey,
Hmm.
how do you go out there and secure sponsors? I think that's extremely valuable. I think maybe we could experiment with, I haven't seen any of your podcasts, so I don't know if you're throwing in segments in there to ask for anything like driving it to like a sales page or anything. Are you doing that in any of your podcasts?
We are right now, like for this one, for example, we have a like a couple little commercials we recorded. We're just dropping in the middle, and then we have like a link in the show notes to go and get a hat or something like that.
When
Um,
did you start doing that?
2 or 3 months ago.
How's that? Is that doing anything?
I don't know for sure because it's going straight to their site. So like I'm not sure how well they're tracking it. Um, because we were doing it for free, it was just kind of like proof of concept, I think. But I think it could be better, I think.
So I think what Cole does is again, I don't want to speak too much on it, but like I watch him. It seems kind of common sense. The hook is important. How they and again, that driver CEO, how they recut the hook up at the very
Yeah.
beginning, engage people, and then I think it's the call to actions that Cole has is like in between. It's like, hey, I'm doing this cool thing, blah blah blah. Click the button below, book a call with me, book a call with my team.
Yeah.
And I think that if you just get a few people to book a call, and the price point is high enough to sell something valuable enough, then your podcast is monetized. You don't need a whole
Mhm.
bunch of people. You just need a few high ticket sales.
Yeah.
And he's talking about that's happened for him significantly. And then the other thing that he does is he just takes the podcast, and maybe you do this too, is like he just it works really well for him. Oh, the other thing that he said in that YouTube video is that when he was just doing YouTube, he would struggle. But then the moment he started doing shorts and everything and going all omnipresent present, now all of a sudden YouTube views started going crazy.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah.
And
That's definitely we chop everything up into shorts, like
yeah,
5 clips at least per episode. So
okay.
yeah.
And then strategically doing those clips where there's call to action and stuff like that. So anyways, point is like that's some cool stuff we can talk about. Um, I think for you, as you were talking, so I didn't mean to interrupt you. My mind just went with an idea, which is something that would I think work. I would have to do market research, and I think maybe you should do a little bit of market research. So maybe this is I'll give you some homework here to do.
Yeah.
So like for example, like find out those. So there's a guy you probably know of him, Paul Xavier.
Yeah.
On
Yeah.
yeah,
Heard
yeah.
his name.
So we used to be in the same space, and then he went more general in terms of the offer. And so one program that he has is called 14 Day Filmmaker.
Hmm.
And
Okay.
so I'm going to share something with you. I should not be sharing it with you, but I'm going to. Give me a second here. So I have a really good pulse on my market. And the reason for that is I've been doing stuff like this for years. So I do is I find competitors and then either I'm in their program, I have people buy their stuff, and I literally just track. And
Oh,
so look at how much these guys are growing every so month. 104,000 to 104 they're basically making like 800 sales a month in terms of
holy
like their
crap.
low it is nuts. This is like their 14-day filmmaker program community, everything like that. It's because it's such a general, like what I've noticed is that for what I've noticed is like in my niche for videography, if you have something like full-time filmmaker, 14-day filmmaker, very generalized stuff, it works really well. If you have something like wedding filmmaker, it works really well because that's a big market. Stuff like there's this one guy that came in, he was like, "Hey, here's how you start a live broadcasting video production company." That guy died out pretty fast. Why? Because it's too niche.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so if you do something like 14-day podcaster, there's going to be I feel like there's going to be a crap ton of people that would buy that. I think that's a pretty
Yeah.
big market if you just become like the general overall guy, start making some YouTube videos,
Hmm.
you know, and then again, we can upsell them. And I know that that's what these guys do is they get a crap ton of sales. They spend a bunch of money on ads. They probably, I don't know, maybe spend $300 to make a $47. So I don't know, but they're selling those guys $10,000 programs on the back end
Mm. Yeah.
and helping them with like the business side and stuff like that.
Yeah. So maybe make like 14-day, like that's the $47 in the door or school community or something like that. And then have the upsell.
I would do the same thing I'm talking to Jorge about. If you want, I literally have an entire uh this is all um this is everything I know about where is it? Um so if this is the route that you want to go, um this is literally what I gave to Jorge, and let me see if I can find it here. Yeah, I think this is the document. Um no, this is not it. I created a bunch of course material on how to basically build a low ticket funnel from A to Z. I think it's this one. Yeah, there we go. So there's like a bunch of material here. So I'll share this with you. Um, and again, I'm not telling you let's do it, not do it. You sleep on it, and then you let me know if this is the route you want to go.
Yeah.
Um, if you save money fast, this is 100% the route to go. Um, and so, anyways, what I was trying to get at is this is what literally me and Jorge were talking about. So basically, your funnel would look something like this. So this is what's worked for me for years. Basically, you have a low ticket page, and then you have something for like $47 or anywhere from 27 to 47, anywhere from 47, 27, 97. The sweet spot is, I think, 47. And then you have something for $17 per month, which is just probably your school group, right? Let's create a school. We can create a school group and then just you add value there. You have a ton of wisdom you could probably drop every single day. And then you have something for 197, and then you have something for 397. So this is your full program. So what I do is I just basically, for me, this is the Cinemark cheat code. I used to charge 1,666 for this, and basically I'm just putting it for 397 on this page, and then I stripped out one section within it, like a few sections within it, and that's what my $47 product is. So
Okay.
basically, we have your low ticket course, and and we'll always swap this out. Like this, the rest of this fund doesn't change. Like your mid ticket always stays on this page. So for me, for example, I had 7 days, like 14 days video marketer, and then now it's like meta ads for videographers, which is what you came from. So you just
Hmm.
swap out the front end. This is the beautiful thing about low ticket fund. You just keep swapping out this. So one thing is like, hey, 14-day podcasting thing. Hey, how to monetize your podcast. Hey, how to monetize on YouTube. These are all different low ticket courses. So you can just rinse and repeat. You have one low ticket course a year, for example. And then you have something for $70 per month. So that doesn't change. You always have people go into your community. And then 197 is some kind of an order bump. I don't know what this would be for you. Some kind of template, swipes. I don't know. And then 397 is your full thing where you just teach everything you know. And then this page is going to be your calendar page to book a call. And this is going to be your onboarding page where you see who is and is not qualified for coaching. And then last, you get them inside of your portal. So for you, probably let's say school
Okay.
or whatever. Where yeah, I don't know. Like wherever you're going to host your stuff. So that's it,
Yeah.
man. That's what the low ticket program funnel looks like in a nutshell.
Awesome. Yeah. Okay.
Thoughts? What's going through your head right now?
I think I'm wrestling through like fulfilling obligations and wishing I didn't have to, wishing I could just and do what I got to do. So, um, but it's everything I've kind of been thinking of in that same vein, like what you just described there. I've been like, yeah, I need that low ticket offer. I need to get them in the door and then get them to the higher course and in the community and everything else. Which to be fair, was kind of what I was going to do with, and I still need to do with Stand Up Dude. So, like, uh, maybe, maybe that is the thing that we can go like, okay, well, let's just prove it out with this. Maybe it's, I don't know what the low ticket would be. Maybe there's something in there that we could count as that
You're saying prove it out with the dude or prove it out with you first? What are you saying?
with Stand Up Dude. Yeah, with that podcast stuff. So like, that's one where it would fulfill that funnel for them, begin launching that school community.
That's a whole different kind of funnel, man.
Yeah,
Because it's like the
different
purpose
niche.
of it's so it's like with the stand-up dude, what would so just let's just go ahead and kind of play it through. What would the low ticket product be? Um, and like that. So here's the thing: is that product? So that low ticket funnel, the one that I just explained to you, that has nothing to do with growing their podcast. It won't grow their podcast.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
And that's not what they're worried about either. I think they want to show impact. It's the discipleship side of it too, where it's like actual have true interaction and relationship with people who are already on the podcast. Um, so what they would what they want to do is just show like, hey, we're not just having random viewers watch, we're having people join this community, get involved, be known and stuff. And it's like it's a faith-based men's show. So it's masculinity in kind of that space, which is kind of hot at the moment for certain things. But faith-based masculinity is not necessarily like the top of that. But if it were like think of the antithesis of like who's somebody like in the more what would be like the toxic masculinity space.
yeah,
Um,
like the opposite of Andrew Tate.
and yeah, opposite of Andrew Tate. Yeah. So where it's like, oh, there's actually like good life-giving stuff in this. It's not just like use women and take advantage of them and, you know, screw them all. Like that's not what we would be doing. So, and so I think there's a place for that. But again, like you can just watch me in real time. I'm conflicted about it because I'm like, I want to do my thing,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I have this obligation over here. So I'm like, okay, I might as well get this done and at least show that it's working. Um, yeah,
Okay, so let's talk. I'm pretty sure I have an answer for you, but I do want to hear you out. First, because I want to hear the reason that didn't come out the right way. What I'm trying to get across is I want to see what's brewing in your head before I say anything, jump to any conclusions, because I think I know what you're getting at, but I just want to hear it from you first. So you got a podcast with those guys. It's on YouTube. So you're saying build out a low ticket funnel for that organization business. First of all, is that what I'm hearing?
yeah, yeah, more or less. Yeah.
Okay, so are we using ads and is it going to like a low ticket page?
Uh,
What is
it
the
would
funnel?
most likely. Yeah.
So ad goes to a low ticket. It's basically very similar to just what we described.
hmm
So low
Yeah.
ticket,
I
order
think
bumps and everything.
the only difference might be that the school community might be the low ticket. And so then once they're in that school community, then whatever things they want to do beyond that, like they have people paying a monthly, fee. But the school community is gathering the masses sort of. And then from there, they're going to have like events, retreats, gatherings, things like that. So some of them will be free, but some, like
Okay. So you are saying what I thought you were going to say. So that's a different kind of funnel. That's a whole different
Yeah.
kind of funnel. Yeah, yeah. So
Okay.
so in my case, so in my case, um, so ad goes to, so whatever product it is, like, so if an ad goes to sell a school group, that's fine. That can be the low ticket thing. But then the reason my stuff works so well is because I have figured out how to ascend people into coaching. There's a very specific process. There are specific things I do. And that's what I'm working with Hoyer on, and that's what I would work with you on. And
Hmm.
that would specifically work if you're in the education space. That's not going to work to get people inside of a school group and then like ascend them and get event like that's just a whole nother thing.
Yeah.
It's I know it might not sound like it, but it's very different. Um yeah.
We do have a group coaching thing already that we piloted. Just we're kind of in the middle of it, but it's like an 8 week program. So um, that could turn into more. I'm not sure where we're going to go with it, but that could be something like we get them in. What we were doing was like we did that one that gets them in. Now we could put them into the school community, but we could do it the other way around, I guess. And um,
For
you know,
what you have with those guys, I think what so to be honest, you have like the podcast and then you have ads. So let's talk about it like this. So you have ads, and that's going to go into a free school group. And then from there, it's like content that's free school group, and then they can unlock some stuff that's paid. And then also you have somebody that reaches out to them. So this is like a phone call. And then that phone call turns into like some kind of a pitch. So now another thing is podcasts goes to free school group. And then again, once people are in the free school group, then they can unlock modules and thing. And then again, somebody can follow up with them and then pitch them on something. Um, what else was I gonna say? Podcast ads. That's it. So that's what this funnel looks like.
yeah.
So if you think about it, this you don't want to make this $47. You don't want to do that. If you try to do like podcast or ads to like a $47 thing, that's the school, it's just going to be very hard. This is the secret sauce. My secret sauce is here to get them over to the high ticket thing. That's the reason my stuff works is because there's a lot of very specific things I do, but these things work specifically in the info space. They're not going to work. I'm sure if I spend time and energy, I could try to figure out how to make them work in a non-education space that's like monetary. Um, but I don't, again, there's gonna be a lot of like figuring things out. I will tell you if you're gonna, I would tell you that we either tackle this, and again, that's you doing mission X mission stuff, and this is gonna take us some time to try to figure this out, or we do the low ticket funnel for you. That's kind of where my head's at. Either do this or do this. But trying to Frankenstein both is not going to work.
Yeah. Hmm.
I personally think if it were me and I only have so much time with you, and then you're going to have to make a decision of what you want to do, Stuart, here in about 2 months, right?
Hmm.
That's for you. And so, respectfully and transparently, I'm just trying to give you a crap ton of value so that it's a no-brainer for you. So I'm on the clock, right? I'm on the clock to give you value. And I
Yeah.
will tell you that if I'm doing this with you, you might not see anything monetarily. They might not see anything monetary. You're not going to see anything monetary because you got to give them monetary value first. And it's going to take us a while to give them monetary value. And so it might take us 6 months here to get the monetary value. And then from there, you were negotiate your contact. And then, that's 9 months in. Versus if you really haul ass, Stuart, I promise you, if you really haul ass, man, like in 2 months, this will start working for you.
Yeah.
And so if this starts working for you and you're starting to make money and you learn from it and you understand the principles of why this works, then maybe this is something that, you can do on your own because you will have like kind of sort of figured this out. And or maybe you don't even want to do this down the road because you're making enough money with this, just straight up. Maybe you're making enough money with this and you're just like, hey, I'm not even gonna really pursue this. I'm just gonna do whatever task I have to do for, the stand-up dude. I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen there in terms
Yeah.
of who you're going to be. if you get your thing off the ground and you're making, two high ticket sales a month. I don't know what's going to happen in your life and what route you're going to want to go.
Yeah, I feel like I do want that. I'm concerned that I'm like, am I going to be able to do it? Like,
Which the low
can I do
ticket stuff?
the low ticket? Yeah, can I even get it done in time? And I believe I could in perfect conditions for sure. But now I'm just like, okay, well, what do I do? Like, I hate this. I don't want to just change horses midstream just because, but if there is a valid reason, that this would be the thing that would make me money. And it could be um, more of a make it once and sell it a million times.
That's what that
That
would be.
that would be great. Um, and so let me
If you're
talk
going to
that out as I'm
talk
as I'm
that out,
thinking it
talk,
through.
talk that
So
out through.
with it, it would be make a low ticket course, like a 14-day, blah, 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 whatever, get your podcast launched in 14 days or something like that. And then from there, maybe a high ticket course that's more like, okay, now you've launched. How do you actually like make it better? How do you monetize it? How do you
Are you talking about your coaching program or are you talking about the mid-ticket product?
more the product itself? Yeah. Yeah. So
So you have your low ticket product, you have your mid-ticket product, and then you have coaching. Which one are you talking about right now?
mid ticket, mid
So,
ticket.
so this course material, man. So the reason I sent you this is this will show you how to think about that.
Okay.
Um, so I have like this diagram here. This is Hell Island. This is Heaven Island. This is where I am at. I forget how I even created this, but like you're stuck in Hell Island. Check this cool bridge that can help you. So that's the meta ad. It's like, hey, I got this real cool product. And so then you're trying to cross the bridge, and the bridge the bridge represents a low ticket product. Order bump one is like, oh, I have boots, and so there's fire on the ground, so it's not gonna kill me. And then the GPS is like, oh, it's gonna help me get there sooner. And then they get here and they realize, oh, I'm gonna die because I can't actually get here because there's a pond of water with sharks. I need this boat. That's your mid-ticket product. And then once we get here, it's like, oh, welcome aboard. You made it, but like, would you like me to just like be your concierge service and help me and do all this stuff? Okay, that's your coaching. So again, I know I'm not doing it the best way here, but if you watch the video here, that'll really help you understand how you think through building out the products within your low ticket funnel. There's an art and a science to it. And so if you decide to go this route, I will just tell you, you just watch the video and then tell me, Kushi, based off of what I've watched, here's what I think the product should be and what should be in them. And I'll just like green light or red light them. And then we just get to work.
Yeah. When typically in those videos, are you doing like, let's say 14 days, let's say it's 14 videos or something. I don't know. Like, are
No,
they
that's nothing to do with that. No. That's just
okay?
straight up marketing. It's just, we just say something that sounds sexy.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So probably something I could do. Well, would I need to have that one or just pull it from the mid ticket item, like you did, and that's your 14-day course, and then you have your actual upsell course, and then you've coaching is the ultimate goal there, right?
Um, so I wouldn't, here's what I'll say is I have course material on like order you create things like, hey, like for example, like one of the things that I do when I create a low ticket funnel is I shoot the ad, the funnel content, everything all in one go. And I
Hmm.
only edit like the ad. Literally, I only edit the ad and I use the ad and I put it on the sales page. So the same video is twice. And if it makes sales, then I edit the other piece of content because I want to make sure I want to validate things first. So I'm sharing that example with you so that um, is I that's something we will go over is what I'm getting at. Is when if
I
you decide to do this, I will give you the proper order of like what we'll create, how to do it. Um, it's really not about the course. I know right now in your mind you're probably thinking, oh my God, what course material am I? It's not about that, man. It's really just about the marketing. It's like, can we just have something that we can sell? Like, so for Jorge, I don't know if you saw that. I was excited. I was like, dude, you're making sales for $130. So I know if you're making sales for $130, that's an easy 10,000 a month, easy. Because if you sell something for 130, if it costs you $130 and the average person is spending $160 and your sales calls are free, you're gonna close 2 deals a month pretty easily. That's $10,000. So I'm again, that's just I have enough reps to know that. And so for
Yeah.
me, the number one thing I would be looking at with you is like, okay, are we making sales for like 130 bucks? Okay, yeah, cool, Stuart. You're gonna be at 10,000 pretty soon.
Yeah.
Um,
You're saying because the $130 sale is somebody who then I convert to coaching. Is that what you're saying?
so the way the math works is if it costs $130 to sell a $47 thing, the average person in my experience spends about 130 to 160. That's the average order value.
Okay.
So that means if I spend $130 to make a sale of my low ticket thing, and the average person, because again, some people are going to buy just the 47, some people are going to buy the $17 per month, some people buy the 197, some people buy the 397. So when you add this all up and you average it out, in my experience, it's about 130 to $160 that the average person spending. So imagine you got 10 people to buy your low ticket thing. So if that's basically $1,300. So you spent $1,300, you made back $1,300. And in my experience, one out of these 10 people is going to buy your $5,000 thing like clockwork every single time, like clockwork. So if you
Mhm.
make 20 sales a month, so that's like $2,500 in ad spend. If you spend 2,500, you'll make back about 2,500 and you'll profit about 10K. That's how the numbers number.
I got you. Okay. Yeah.
So that's why I was looking at Jorge and I was getting really excited. I was like, dude, this is like, we're good. Like the
Yeah.
numbers number. So with you, I would do the same thing where we would make sure the numbers number first, and then we're going to focus on content create, like the course curriculum and all that stuff. It's not that serious. At the very beginning stage, it's not that serious. I will,
Okay.
yeah, no.
Okay. So are you saying basically like you're selling it before you have it, or you're saying
I'm saying, like, okay, you know what's crazy is Jorge has like maybe 4 videos done, and he's already selling. Like, yeah. And so with you, if you again, this is what I said, if you really haul ass Stuart, if you sit down for a day and you script out like, hey, this is what I'm gonna teach for day one, two, three, and again, you can do it because you're a freaking pro. Right? You script it out. And you say, hey, look, I'm going to take a bunch of Adderall and coffee, and I'm just going to script everything out. And then day two, three, you just hop on Loom and make a bunch of videos like I do.
yeah.
Dude, you got a $47 course there, man.
Yeah.
That's good enough.
Yeah. 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 And so I don't even worry about converting those $47 courses yet. Like if I sell those are the proof of concept you're saying. Like
So
once I
yeah.
can start selling those, and then I can be like, hey, by the way, we launched our $400 course or whatever.
So what we're gonna do is if you decide you want to do this, we're gonna step one is just doing research to see what the market is currently doing and seeing like what angle we need to go with. Probably just
Mhm.
14-day podcaster, I think will work just fine. Just generalize. I think there's enough of a big market where if you're a brand new face, people are like, who the heck is this guy? I don't know who this guy is. Let me buy from him. There's just a certain percentage of people that's just going to resonate with you. And then if we can get like 3 sales at like a reasonable rate of like $130 to $150, like, okay, cool. Stuart, like, dude, you got a business. You got a 6-figure business. Just 3 sales. If you get 3 sales, you have a 6-figure business straight up. Then
Nice.
after that, then once you've done that, then at that point, we are going to add in the additional products. So we're going to add in the $197 product. We're going to add in the $17 per month product. And then we're going to add in the $397 product. So again, that's maybe another week of work, 2 weeks of work. Once we've done that, then what we do is we go back to the funnel and we add in all those order bumps and things.
Okay.
Once that's done, the next phase is now I'm going to work with you in terms of the sales of like, how do you nurture people? How do you upsell people? How do you take people through the journey that I took you through? I'm going to teach you everything I did with you so that you can do with other people. And then you're going to upsell these people on your coaching. And then you're just going to work with them and figure out what they need help with, man. And you're just going to be very hands-on and boots to the ground until you figure out, hey, what do people really need help with? And then you're going to refine your course, refine your coaching program with every single student.
Okay. Yeah. That'd be good. So when you're saying like the $5,000 thing, that's like the one-time fee or for 6 months or a year or whatever, giving
Yeah.
them the okay.
And for you, we'll figure that out, man. For you, I think it's just about let's just like see what the heck happens. Maybe we find some people that are complete beginners. They get on a sales call with you, and it's like, yeah, they're starting from zero, and you're like, hey, man, look, here's the deal. This is gonna take you 6 months of time, and it's gonna cost you this. Just pay me this amount. I will fly out and just set everything up for you. You cover the cost, you cover my fee, and then you cover the cost of whatever the equipment is, and I'll just set everything up for you for $5,000. Maybe that's something we do, right? I'm not
Yeah.
saying, I'm just throwing stuff out there. It's like what we have to test the water and kind of see what people really want to pay $5,000 for.
Yeah. Yeah.
But my point is, I am telling you right now, it is so wild to me. 1 out of 10 people, and I've been doing this for a long time, 1 out of 10 people buy and they upsell to another product. They don't just buy the 47. 1 out of 10 people buy your coaching program, like clockwork.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Sweet. Is that having to do it as a sales call too, typically?
If you're going to sell something high ticket, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah, you're
I
going to need to
figured.
do this. Yep, yep.
Cool. Well, it looks like I got a lot to think about. I'm gonna look over all the stuff you sent me, watch
Sure.
that video. Um,
Skim through this stuff. There's a lot. Don't let this overwhelm you. But because this is a whole nother thing. It's not the center marketing sheet. This is specifically for, agency owners, people that want to build low ticket courses, mid ticket, all that stuff. So just kind of skim through it to
yeah.
just kind of get an idea because there's a lot here.
Yeah. Hey, this is completely out of left field to
Sure.
question for you.
Yeah.
I know a lot of guys are doing this where it's just with Go High Level.
Sure.
They're basically starting an agency, signing people up. Like I know kind of your stuff works like I'm underneath you. Um, and then some guys are just doing it where they're just reaching out to businesses, creating a product, signing them up for $1,000 a month or something like that. Like I'll install whatever and do this, and then now they're under them. Have you done any of that? Do you see any value in stuff like that too? Like for quick money type of situations? Like
No.
no.
So I will tell you, um, because I've been doing this as long as I have, I know how long people use Go High Level to the T.
Yeah.
Whenever people stop using my coaching program, usually within 1 to 3 months, they stop using Go High Level because they're just not making money. They're not getting value. So unless people are making money, they just don't continue to pay for Go High Level as a software. Think about yourself, right? You pay for maybe Adobe Premiere, whatever you pay for, you're typically using it. So
Yeah.
if you go out there to a business and you sell them, hey, it's $1,000, I'll give you all these things and build them all out for you. Cool. But if the business itself is not making money with those things, they're gonna cancel.
Yeah. Yeah.
So part of it is like you kind of have so like imagine you go to a business and you set stuff up with them, but they have like no traffic, they have no nothing, they have no ads. Chances are that's not going to increase their revenue. And
Hmm.
so eventually they're going to see the $1,000 as a cost instead of an asset, they're going to see it as a liability. And the only thing that's going to get them to be like, oh, this $1,000 is worth it is if you're making them three, four, five, $10,000. And the only way to do that is helping them in some capacity with their marketing ads or whatever. The
Yeah.
only business that would just want to continue to pay for that is going to be a larger business like a med spa that does millions a year. And now you're helping streamline their workflow. But the thing is, usually with a business like that, they've already figured out.
You've got it dialed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Or else they wouldn't be there.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw some videos of guys like it's various businesses, but like handyman and other things like that too, where they're like they don't know how to build a website, they don't know how to build, a chat agent or set up their calendar for booking and stuff. So it's like find them, get that converted real quick. But my thought too is the same thing. I'm like, unless you're truly proving that you're adding revenue by somehow creating ads in some capacity, then it might be helpful, but it's not necessarily changing things for them.
This is before you hopped in. There was this guy, they do like 300,000 per month. Their ad is very ugly, it's very simple. And just and I learned about this from a YouTuber and I shared this with Aiden. And literally his ad was like, hey, if you're a contractor, we're gonna build your website, AI, this, that, it's 297 a month. That's the tree. Click below, book a call. And it's
Yeah.
very like branded for contractors, general contractors. And so general contractor get there's a counter page, they book, go to the next page. Now on the surface, you're like, oh, all they're doing is they're doing literally what you said. What
Yeah.
they what the podcast taught me, because you explain the entire business, is like what they do is as soon as people opt into that, they're on the call, and guess what they're doing? They're upselling them on agency services.
Hmm.
So that's the part that
So
most
they're
people
adding all the extra things on top of
yeah.
from
So
Go High Level.
because it's probably costing them, I don't know, $600 to acquire a customer. So they're losing money. And so they have to make the money. And they know that if they charge 297 a month, by month three, they're going to churn. So they
Hmm.
have to try to sell them on ads to keep them and make their own money back. Yeah.
Mm.
So typically that's what it is.
Yeah, it's so
And
frustrating. It feels like if you could just like get them in the door from day one with like this is the exact deliverable. It's this much, obviously however much that costs to acquire them, but what would be the thing that hooks them in where they're like, well, I'm never leaving because this is making me tens of thousands of dollars, you know?
Yeah. That's on. Yeah, I will say again, Drew, he's cracked a few of those niches where it's just kind of like set it up and forget it. There are some niches like that, like contractors. I got a guy, Tony, he has a few lawyers. He set up Google local service ads. He literally just, hey, do you want to hop on a call? They're like, no, we're too busy. Here, just send us the invoice.
Mm,
It's really cool.
that's awesome.
Yeah, it is really, really awesome. There are a few niches like that, I think.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay. Well, cool, man. I appreciate you going extra innings here.
Yeah, no, I'm good. So where is before I let you go, I guess kind of like just if you had to like verbal diarrhea, what's kind of going through your head?
Mostly thinking I have to make a decision about this and decide whether I keep going with all the Mission X stuff or I have to do that stuff either way, but maybe it's not with you. And then creating this other content, this course stuff and everything. Um, and probably also, this is not exactly to your question, but I'm thinking, okay, I know I could create a course content using Loom. I could do this and that. And I'm like, but I want to make it really good. Like
I know,
I'm always like, I want the
I know,
quality.
I know.
Dang it.
I sense that in you.
Mhm,
As I was
mhm.
talking, I was like, I know he's probably wondering about that.
Yeah.
So,
Can do it
but
with the other stuff later.
yeah, yeah. Um, but hey, I typically don't really push things like, but this one I do think that is a good move. I really do.
Okay. All right.
Really do.
I'll definitely give it a good firm thinking through.
Okay. Cool. Cool. Sounds good. All right. Well, I will talk to you next week, or again, just keep me posted as you're thinking about things. Feel free to shoot me a DM or ask more questions so that you can come
Yeah.
to a decision.
All right. Got it.
Okay.
Thanks, man.
Cool. All right. We'll see ya.
Bye.